Allies lost and choices made, a heart's desire and brother betrayed. Time is fleeting as darkness grows, another path on which you chose. Towering pride, a demanding call, defiant you stand before your fall.
Last time on Curse of Strahd, Rudolf van Richten, also known to the party as Rictavio, revealed himself as Kaster is grappled by a stolen suit of armor in his tower. As you try to convince Rictavio that you are not under Strahd's control, Strahd's voice booms out across the woods, demanding the return of his stolen armor for you to turn over Van Richten. Strahd's visage disappears as an army of undead castle guard emerge from the woods and begin to assault the tower. The ancient magic that holds the tower together and protects it begins to fail, and the tower begins to fall. Having little options, Kaster decided to jump from the tower down onto the roof of the Vistani wagon below, to clear a path for the others to escape. However, unknown to Kaster, the wagon is booby-trapped, and as he crashes through the roof of the wagon, he sets off a cache of alchemist's fire that explodes, nearly killing him and destroying several of the undead. Fleeing the falling tower, the group limp towards Krez to find some safety, though the reception at the gates is not a warm one. At the Burgomaster's demands, you head south to the winery to bring back his people a shipment of wine that has been delayed. Heading south, you wander through the ominous woods, and before coming across the winery, you see a hooded, shaded figure beckoning you into a copse of trees. You find yourselves on the road. You can see the road winds down a small hill towards the vines. There's like rows and rows of vines that surround a stone building, quite a large stone building, off in the distance. Between you and it, there is a small copse of trees to your right, about 100 or so yards off the main path. You see this hunched figure in a hooded cloak, kind of beckoning. He's hunched over, kind of beckoning you towards the dark woods. What are you going to do?
Is that this bit here, you mean,
Yeah, basically it's just that bit there.
Oh, no, yeah.
Certainly don't approach straight away. Has anyone else lost Amelia?
Yeah, I got some in there.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't either.
I can still see Amelia.
I'll refresh.
Yeah, same.
Amelia may have lost Amelia's camera.
Now you've got rid of her. Let me just quickly.
Amelia fans that was literally going to be like, oh, he's good, who we need to speak to.
Well, did the guy say he had an order that was missing that hadn't turned up?
Yeah, the Burgomaster from Krezk requested that you bring the consignment of wine that was missing back to there. If you remember as well, Erwin from the Blue Water Inn was also requested.
He also had a missing order, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, I've lost everyone except you, I think.
Okay, I've lost 2 now.
Good start tonight, love it.
Reframe.
I'm staying where I am, I've got everyone.
I can see you.
Oh, the game's gone completely now. Got a big triangle with an exclamation mark. Oh, I'm going to have to attempt to reconnect.
Oh no, Ben's back.
Ben, can you hear me? You've got a giant triangle on your head.
Huh?
Yeah,
No.
with a big exclamation mark in it.
Not on mine, you haven't.
That's interesting. I'm apparently still not connecting to Amelia.
I can see Moth, Kaster. That's me.
I can see myself.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, can see Amelia, but now where's Buckton?
Oh, it's one of those games.
Oh, we've done so well for so long.
I've got the full hand now.
I can see
It's my time to
Moth.
reconnect,
Yeah.
my friends.
fresh.
See, I'm afraid. Yeah.
Hey.
I thought I dropped out, but I could hear like what was going on, so I didn't want to start messing about.
What now? Amelia and Ben. Hey up. Oh, there's Adam. Hey up. Oh, he's got that turny recycling head on. Come to me, Michael. Please don't tell him I said that.
Uh-oh. That's strange, because I can... Something must be terribly wrong.
Who are you talking to, Ben?
Craig's chat.
Oh, see? I've got a window that's open.
Okay, I'm gonna
I can see everyone except
I have the same problem in the opposite direction.
Oh, dear.
That's why I started laughing like a madman, because he said, come to me, Bucko, after you said,
I'm just gonna reconnect.
I've got Adam.
Bucko's totally gone.
Yeah, he's.
Adam's back.
Damn it. Got half of you.
Oh, where's Amelia gone? Bucko's back!
There seems to be a one out, one in thing going on at the moment.
Sorry, I like that. But actually, there's never one in. That's a lie.
Just always out.
Are you there? Come to me, Amelia. She may never return, though, you realise this.
Get her off. Oh, she's gone blind.
Okay, you're gonna try
Gonna try what, mate?
Don't-
Cut off.
Don't say that impressive.
Ben's back. Did you say something there, Ben? You cut off just as you said something.
I did a reconnect.
Alright, you went, I'm gonna, and then it went off.
Oh, I said I'm gonna try a reconnect. Moved over to... Yes.
I'm gonna blow. I hope everyone's appreciating the fact that I've got the Barovian weather outside for us.
Yeah.
Nice, nice misty evening.
Who don't you have?
You should see how funny it is.
Oh, you just got me.
When you can't see any of the cameras because it's just fog.
Okay,
Perfect time to commit a crime.
I've reconnected and I've got Amelia. She says she doesn't have anyone else.
Fine, I'll reconnect.
Fine, I will.
Hey.
When you see 4 different people talking, you just assume they can all hear each other.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I've lost Marc now.
I'm hoping he's posing, because that's funny if he is.
I've swapped Marc for Amelia. I think this is a bad deal.
Everyone now.
You haven't got Adam. And Adam, you don't have Marc.
No.
Only quarter past.
Yeah, that's
Keep
true.
going.
Yeah, we started too early, to be to be fair.
Why don't we all just like, and then just reload the browser?
By the way,
Yeah.
Bucko, I don't think you sent me the potential.
Give it a fresh
Easter egg.
start.
I was posing.
Oh, I know, but it's so good.
I know, it's awesome, I love it.
Right.
I'm just going to close it all together.
No, I've got everyone. No, don't. Stay where you are.
Everyone.
Stay where you are.
Does everyone have everyone?
Yes.
Like, who was that, Jenny Bang?
Yeah.
Sound off, please. 1,
2.
Good night, John Boy.
3.
There we go.
Okay.
Disappointed, Adam and Bucko. Disappointed.
Yeah, okay. Just 3 then.
I can't count. What are you talking about?
We're like, sound off. We got as far as 3 and you and Bucko didn't join in.
Oh,
4. That's what you should offer. 4.
7.
Wait, who else is playing?
2.
Yeah.
Secret guests.
Did we have 2 as well?
Right, okay, wow, let's carry on. A light drizzle begins to fall. Unpainted fences blindly follow the trail which skirt north of a sprawling vineyard before bending south towards a stately building. The fog takes on ghostly forms as it swirls between the neatly tended rows of grapevines. Here and there you see rope-handled half barrels used for hauling grapes. North of the trail is a large stand of trees, and a man wearing a dark cloak and cowl stands at the edge of the trees, beckoning you.
Face completely hidden.
Make a perception check, please.
Certainly. Watch this not work. Perception, you say?
Yeah.
Well,
It's not horrendous. You know you stood there.
it didn't work, but it did work.
The shadows of the trees and the falling rain make it difficult to spot any details, but you can see a shock of white-grey beard kind of poking out from the hood. A couple of black birds fly and roost in the trees above him as you are staring over at him. He doesn't seem to make any movement to leave the spot that he's standing in there.
Just come hither.
So, what was he wearing? Like, was it a full black robe? You said?
It looks more like it's kind of a dark green coloured, kind of tattered, kind of heavy cloth robe with a hood over it. Something maybe a commoner would wear, perhaps.
So we can't really see any kind of weapons or anything on him.
You can make a perception check if you like.
Yeah.
I'm with Kaster. Can I, like, give him an advantage on it?
Sure. Or you can make your own, it's up to you.
I'll give him an advantage.
Okay. Yeah, my perception is not bad.
You just massage his temples while he's looking.
Yeah. Don't go over there.
I'm just behind him going,
There, keep looking.
use your eyes, Kaster.
He appears to be holding a walking cane, like just a gnarled bit of wood that he's kind of leaning on with one hand. And for a moment, you think you hear the sound of an infant crying, like just kind of but then it kind of quietens.
When you say
I want
infant,
to take the wizard staff.
Like a baby's cry.
but okay. Probably not that nicked kid then.
No, definitely a baby.
The beckoning.
Yeah.
Is it like? I don't know what I want to ask. Like, can I do, like, what's the vibe? Is it like a sinister beckoning, or is it like he sort of
Wants you.
You want to buy a watch?
Make an insight check.
Yeah.
I got
Give
some
me
Rolex.
that. Come give that a look.
Yeah.
Come look at my
I'm just
tree.
gonna use my sheet. My D&D Beyond's acting up.
Dear.
You must only be concerned if it asks if he'd like to see his wizard staff.
I heard they have a knob on the end.
It's gnarly. I can't.
Gnarly. Gnarly. It'd be great if he talks like an 8-year-old wizard that's just like, hey dude.
Want to see some magic, man?
It's like some proper shady shit going here, man.
Oh, that took a long time.
Well worth it.
Well, you want to be sure.
Yeah, he's just kind of beckoning you over to the. It seems like he wants you to go over there for. Yeah, it's hard to tell what reason. It looks like he wants you to get off the road, perhaps.
I mean, he looks like an old man.
Do you want me just to
I'm
approach
gonna
first?
Yeah.
head over.
Okay.
Right, are you the Wizard of Wine?
I think Bert would head over because his naivety would be he's an old man with a cape on like him that's by a tree. He's not exactly dangerous. Not thinking you would be.
As you head over towards him, he and you call out to him. He puts his finger on his lip as to tell you to kind of quieten down some. And as you get closer, you see there is a huddled mass of more people deeper into this middle of this small grouping of trees. Yeah, you see he is quite an old man. He has grey beard, but he has kind of a thick, long, dark black hair with this big streak of white running through it that maybe makes him look a bit younger than he is.
Starting to like this guy.
You see a group of men and women and children stood kind of crouched down, huddled around the base of a tree in this copse of woods. A young man and a young woman, and then an older woman, kind of middle aged, with a baby, kind of swaddled up in cloth that she's kind of trying to keep quiet. Come into the trees. It is safer in here. Come.
Sure.
Keep quiet though. Don't let the creatures in the vines spot you.
What?
Can I immediately look up into the tree?
Can I
Yeah,
look into the
you-
vines?
As you look up into the trees, you see several ravens sat on the branches of the trees, just staring down at you.
Oh God, Caster's
I
preparing.
was going to say, I put my hand on Caster's javelin arm.
It was an accident.
I was
That
trying to
was
hit,
an accident.
I was trying to hit the shiny thing.
Moth, as you kind of try and gleam a look down one of the kind of rows of the vines that you see most of the actual plants themselves, although still on the kind of trellises that run along, they all look to be withered and almost dead. Their foliage is dark black. They don't appear to be bearing any fruit. And you glimpse something kind of passing between them very briefly. You kind of just glimpse like a shadow just passing between the different rows of vines.
Oh, is it big or is it small?
That's what she said.
It's about humanoid size, but probably maybe a child's size. so not a fully grown adult, maybe only 3 feet tall, perhaps halfling,
An adult.
dwarf, yeah, perhaps one of the shorter races.
Is it quite dark in here, you say?
In this copse of trees, it's quite dark, yeah.
I don't think this guy's messing with us. I think I just saw something in the vines.
Can I take out my sunblade to try and light the area up? Just so I can see around a bit better.
Sure, yeah. Okay, so you see the children kind of huddled down in a mass, look over in shock and start pointing, and the old man kind of takes his hood down and he hits your arm with his walking stick. Put that away, they'll see us, you fool. The creatures in the vineyard, they'll find us.
What creatures?
There are.
Do you not think it's best to fight and leave this place?
We did fight. That is how we ended up here. They came to the vineyard and we were overrun by them. We had to flee.
What are you fleeing from?
Did they make pies?
No, they are controlled by the druids. The druids from the south. They came looking for something at the winery. They brought the creatures with them. They control them with a staff. They are made of vines and plants, and they've come to life. And they are strange creatures. The druids are mad. They listen to no reason.
I thought druids were peaceful by and large.
These ones are not.
What are they claiming they need from your vineyard?
He looks over to the other adults that are with them, and a woman that is holding the baby kind of nods at him as if to say, "You can tell these guys." And he goes on to explain that the winery, it is the land here. It is the only fertile land in Barovia. It produces wine for the whole country, and it was given this ability by the wizard that created the winery. He created 3 seeds, about the size of a pine cone, imbued with powerful magic that gave life to the plants around here and gave us the ability to grow the wine. 2 of those seeds have been stolen in the past 2 weeks. One by the druids that came, and one by creatures created by. And he kind of pauses quite a long time before he says, Baba Saga. And Rick.
Sure, you used to put that in a bath when we lived in the city.
So Godfrey would probably say, this cannot be. Baba Saga is a myth. A boogeyman they tell the children about to scare them. She's not real. And this guy says she is very real. She lives in the swamps of Berez. She sends her living scarecrows to torment us, and she stole the first gem. The third, no one knows of its fate. But now that there are no more gems here, no more wine will be produced.
So these 3 seeds are gems.
Yes, imbued with magics, powerful magics from the wizard that created this place.
Are they still in the...
But do you need all 3 to be able to?
We were managing to keep a small supply of wine, but with just the one, till the druids came. Now they've taken
from the south.
from a place called Yester Hill. Yes.
Are they still in the vineyard at the moment, or did they return back south?
Yes, a few still garrison the vineyard, the winery itself. A few of their creatures still roam the vineyards. They are fanatical followers of Strahd.
Oh, good.
I'm assuming if they're still here, they may not have found the last stone.
This is possible.
Perhaps we would be better visiting the winery now.
The
Well,
Wizard
they've
of
left
Wine, would he know where the gem is?
The wizard himself is gone long ago, centuries ago.
Because what was it the mayor asked for?
Wine.
Master.
A missing wine order, which
Yeah,
I assume is late.
Because of this.
Yeah.
I would have thought.
Yeah.
Right.
I suggest we pay these creatures in the winery a visit.
Sure.
The creatures or the druids, if they're created by druids, they'll just keep reappearing.
True, but surely we need to clear out these guys' home first, and then we
Yeah,
can...
but what I'm saying is I don't know if it would clear out their home, because the druids would still be casting.
But if they're controlled with a staff, maybe a druid is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The-
I'd ask him if any of the druids are about.
Yeah, he says that they've been assaulting the winery for the past few days, but they've been managing to hold them off till yesterday, when they broke in through their barricades and forced them to flee.
What's the druids there? Just when he said from the south, I assume he meant they were casting like from a distance.
No, they're coming from Yester Hill to the south and bringing the creatures with them.
Right. Okay. I see.
How many
I'm going to
attacks?
pretend like that was the.
Did you all manage to get out?
We all managed to flee. Yes, my family here. My name is Davian Martikov. This is my eldest son, Adrian, my youngest son, Elvire, my daughter, Stefania, and her husband, Dag. You can see that they've got 3 children as well. 2 young boys and the baby. They all seem to have this you can tell they're all related. They all have this dark black hair with kind of streaks of white running through them.
I dig the look.
I asked him if that is something that is kind of natural in their family. They all have this streaking in their hair.
He says,
You all look weird.
Yeah.
yes, it is a trait of the Martikovs. I must keep my family safe here, though. I cannot join you in the fight against these druids.
Is there any way we could approach the building and take them by surprise? Secret entrance?
How many?
He says there are several ways into the winery. There is a large loading dock at the front, and there are several smaller entrances, one to the west and one in the south of the building. But the vineyards surround the building, so you'll have to navigate through those before you can get to the building. It may be a case of rushing and trying to get yourselves in the building.
Oh shit.
Rictavio steps forward and says, I will
Do you
stay.
know how many druids there were?
Yeah, he says there were 2 druids that came yesterday, but there were several of these creatures that they brought with them. Dozens, in fact. Rictavia will offer to stay with the families and protect them in case anything should happen.
What is Sir Godfrey doing? Does he plan to come with us and go and fight these creatures, or would he feel better trying to protect this family?
I know that Strahd has some sway with this vineyard. You Markovs serve him, don't you? You deliver him wine to his castle. Davian says, yes, we do sometimes appease him with a delivery of wine, but for that he does not venture this far west and leaves us be. Keeps my family safe to deliver him wine, and does no harm to the people of Barovia. Godfrey I will gladly accompany you if there is evil to be slain.
Huzzah.
You see one of the young boys that's with the families kind of pull out a small sword and say, "Do not worry, Father, I will protect us." And he kind of laughs at him.
I like him. I could use a squire.
Yes, Vigo, you have done well, my child, but it is too dangerous for you to fight. These men will hopefully, and your good lady there will hopefully help regain our home for us.
I thought I wrote bloody notes last time. Clearly I haven't. It's annoying the crap out of me.
What have you forgotten?
Pretty much all of it.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. It's all these like names and places I thought I'd wrote them down, but it will be on my computer. But last week I thought, because you'd said something about you could hear me tapping.
Did I?
was typing. But can't find the notes.
Okay. So let me move. I'll move you guys to the map so you can see the winery.
Before we head off, I'd like to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Very sensible idea. Yes, that's good. This map is rather large. I do apologise, but it is a bit blurry as well. But
Well, I can only see the map as a whole. I can't move it or anything. So.
okay, well you can see the distance between, like the edge of the northern end of the map is where the trees are, and then there's a kind of small clearing, and then the main road that leads to the winery, about 200 feet away from you, that runs through the actual main vineyards.
Right. Okay.
Before we headed off, can I ask them something?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I was just showing you so you've got an idea to plan stuff. What would you like to ask them?
Yeah. They said that the druids are like fanatical worshippers of Strahd.
Yes.
I just want to confirm that right after.
Yeah, they
What's that? What do they do? Because I know there's a thing called like Strahd is the land. Is it like that or?
Yeah, so they actually he would tell you the druids live to the south on a place called Yester Hill, where they worship a tree, which they sacrifice to kind of appease Strahd, performs dark rituals, and meddle with the druidic magic ways, corrupting it. Probably why they wanted the seed's magical power.
I'd suggest we need to take quite a direct route, but going straight down the road may not be the most.
Well,
choice.
I like Cass's idea. My thought was one of us, such as maybe me, that can fight a little, will walk down the centre, and the rest of you will take either a flank left or right, so that potentially, with me taking the main route, they would charge me, maybe. I've got 4
Perhaps,
feet of movement.
But then we're leaving the area quite open, like between us. I think we'd be better moving as a group down the left or the right.
Oh, so you want us all to flank? I was thinking it might be hard to be
Well,
quiet.
at the moment they don't know if we're coming. So I would suggest going this way and trying to get into the building.
I believe that there are things in the vineyard. I think I saw something.
Oh, that's right, you did, didn't you?
I can give us a little boost if we want to go in quietly
I'm thinking quiet would be best.
and try and get as close as we can.
Merton's going to ask the vineyard dweller.
Devian, yeah.
Was how long does it take to grow vines like there?
That's a good question.
You planning on burning them all down?
I think he would.
Fire or something.
It takes 60 days to grow the plant, and then 60 days for the fruit to bear to the point where it's ready to harvest.
Oh, and then once they've harvested it, how long to make the wine?
That's not a long process. A few weeks.
Cool. So
Unless they make 3 different types of wine in the winery. They're cheap. Purple mash
5 months maybe. Tops.
Yeah. is a few weeks. Their Champagne du Pape is much longer. Champagne du Storm, sorry.
Good to bear in mind.
Maybe I know how much wine they've got in stock.
There was not much left once the attacks started. The lack of the seed, the plants begin to die. Much like any produce in Barovia, it's difficult to grow anything around here without the aid of the magic that came from these seeds.
I see.
Situated in the midst of the vineyard, the winery is an old 2-story stone building with multiple entrances. Thick ivy covers every wall and iron fencing along its roofline. The trail ends at an loading dock on the ground floor. A wooden stable of more recent construction is attached to the east side of the winery, next to the loading dock. West of the winery is a crumbling well and wooden outhouse. So you can see there's a wagon kind of filled with a few barrels to the east side near the stables. And then there's kind of a small raised platform with 3 large wooden barrels on it on the east side. The back of that kind of area, there's a huge pair of double sliding doors that are closed.
So we're going to try and go to the back of the house, you reckon?
So we could stake it.
Stake it out, good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I have no your enemy.
Stake it out to someone who uses the outhouse.
I have the ability, if we see anyone as well from a distance, we could watch them for like a minute or so, and I might learn something from them.
I think if we watch and wait for someone to go to the outhouse, then we could bar them in the outhouse. One less person to deal with.
Catch a pants down. And then
Whatever you want to do, Vanessa, but we don't have time.
disguise self as them. Or anything like that.
So we are looking at where was the outhouse? Was the east or west?
West.
Okay, is it that little thing? Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
the little thing there. Yeah.
They've potentially got things in and amongst the vines that might find us if we try and stake out anywhere.
Also, I don't trust them to use the outhouse.
No,
If
druids
I'm
are
honest.
weird. They just shit anywhere. They're like cats. Find a nice corner no one knows about.
No, cats don't find a nice corner. They'll usually get dead centre of the lawn.
Yeah.
Looking you dead in the eye.
The thing is, I don't think we're going to be able to figure out where anything might be hiding. I think we just need to make a direction and just head in that way. I think going down the main road might be a bit obvious. That's why I was suggesting just off the road, but heading straight south.
As long as you don't go through the actual vine fields, you're probably going to the left or right. Like
That's why I thought kind of going down this road.
Those paths. Yeah.
So between those two, quickly but quietly, and then trying to kind of get into the stabley bit here.
Yeah. I think that's probably good. It'd be nice to be able to use a distraction, but I can't help feeling that anything in those barrels is going to be useful to us.
And also,
And then-
if we're sneaking up to a stable and there's horses in there, and they do sort of...
You don't want them to bolt with the merchandise.
Yeah, or they'll get skitty when we get close and alert them that we're here. So maybe the opposite side of the
Yeah, I haven't taken Charm Horse.
So I would say Caster's plan, but the other side.
The outhouse side.
We could do, it just feels a bit more open at that side.
I can't see the map, so...
Well, potentially more open means potentially more observed. Or watched.
Well, looking at it, there was opposite the outhouse, there was a door. And the path does seem to look like it goes around here as well.
But the bit I can see of the maps, and I can't move or anything, is these patches that look like the actual vineyards, and then the gaps in between. So we don't have to go into the... We can stick... Oh, I see what you mean. Sit close to the vines and there's people in them.
I imagine it's probably difficult terrain, and they're probably trapped.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point.
But I mean, whatever we do, before we go, I can cast Pass Without Trace and give everyone +10 to Dexterity Stealth.
So whichever way we take, it's quiet.
So at least we're quiet, but we'll also be untraceable. So we won't leave tracks if there's anyone patrolling.
Cool.
But I'm not going to do
Then
that
let's just
until
hit
we make a plan.
I would say don't go up the main path, take Caster's idea, just don't go too close to the vines, because Moth saw something in them. So as long as we don't go directly into the vines, we stick along the edge of them, and we go down towards the stable. We don't go across
Hopefully we
the
won't
stable.
speak horses. I mean, horses are probably used to seeing humans over these weird creatures.
Godfrey kind of... I'm afraid I am not that good with horses.
West it
We
is.
don't use them, yeah.
I mean, we still go down that way
Can I
and
still
then kind of
paint?
try and head around here.
No, can't even ping.
Where did you
Oh.
pick?
That ping?
No.
He did.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
If we sort of stop there, we don't go any further till we see anything.
Oh, get a better look at the stable.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, and then make a choice of whether we go
Yes.
to the stable or around the side.
Yes.
What does Vanessa think?
I think she's playing the
I
power
think going down the sides of his good choice. I couldn't say between the stables and the outhouse side.
Godfrey says if we're not going to all out assault it, then moving stealthily would be a good idea. We don't know the numbers.
So we're going eastwards, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
What? What's our plan once we get there?
First, I think we're going to have a look at the stable, see how it looked, and then I guess approach from there.
Walk or Boston?
We're going to scout closer. Get as close as we can out and then make the plan. I think that's the idea.
To be honest, I plan like we're going to get attacked at some point.
I mean, that's how we roll.
I think
before we go towards the vineyard.
Good work.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Can I put on detect magic and concentrate on that for while we're going?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, and I'll
So I think there's quite a delay between like when I start talking and when other people hear it.
I think you've got a lot of lag.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think when I say something, you don't react for a
How do I
while.
fix that?
I don't. It might just be the internet.
I mean, Amelia is a total alright person.
What a lovely compliment.
I didn't really hear it. I just thought maybe it was a total.
Oh no!
It's like a million total.
Right, Amelia, I'm going to clap. I want you to clap when it comes through to you.
Okay. Wait, do it again. There's a big delay between the action and the noise.
Okay.
Which there isn't usually. Oh no, I've frozen. I look really ugly.
Oh no! Alright, hang on.
Right.
Have you heard?
Oh my god, I think
Do it
that's
again.
Okay, alright, okay.
No, that's all actually work.
Right, okay, here we go. Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, that's really long.
Wow, that's really
Do you live in a bar?
Like, should I reload?
Probably lose
almost.
it,
Yeah.
Should I try reloading? I don't know. I got like
Yeah, no worries, mate. Yeah, I'll do that.
cool, thank you. Okay, I won't be able to do that. I mean, I can barely ping, so.
It's alright, at the moment it'll be fine.
What was that, about 5 seconds?
That was a long time.
You went and got a drink.
No, she's gone forever.
Nah, I'm assuming she'll be back at some point.
Just got to give her a day. I mean, she's technically already restarted it.
Right, okay, well she's typing, so I'm going to reconnect.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Still no Amelia. I've got everyone else.
Everyone else got the washing machine.
Yeah. You realise this is back to our normal day when we played on the Monday.
Good point. So
Well,
it's
Sunday, it's not a normal day.
it's Marc's fault again.
It is totally mine. All mine, so. I mean, I fucked up the internet, but it is my day. It's my fault on this random day.
It's this crazy mist outside.
I totally believe that, by the way. That could be what it is. She must be well dizzy by now. How far away does she live from you, Adam?
Like a mile.
I'm thinking she can maybe walk and just outside your flat.
Yeah, just plug in. Nope.
No.
You shouldn't have left. Look what you've done.
Oh, I can see you. Oh, I can. Do you want to do a quick clap test now? Hey, that's much better.
Oh, I can't
Wait,
see
if
it.
you can see her.
Reconnecting then.
I did a straight refresh, and then then I got you back. Oh right, I think I'm the only person who's done it so far.
Hey.
Have you got Adam?
Adam now?
Hey.
Pardon.
Interesting.
I don't have anything else open, like on task manager or anything. I don't know why it's so.
It might. I don't know. It might build up over time, potentially. Just I don't know who your internet provider is.
What do you mean?
If they're any good.
What might?
The lag.
Me neither.
Yeah, good choice, Bucko.
Oh, okay. I've got Marc, Amelia, and Adam.
Yeah. Me too.
I have Bucko, Adam, and Benn.
You can have one, but not both.
And Bucko's gone to make a cup of tea now anyway.
Oh,
You know what?
he's the
I'm
only
gonna go
person.
to Trickery.
Right, okay. Well, I did a refresh. Now, how about a reconnect?
I can see everyone but Amelia.
Well, look out and see a chat.
Oh no.
You can't see me, you can only see my chair.
Yeah.
It's because I'm not fucking sat in it.
Because you cast invisibility, fool.
You've got a wireless headset, haven't you?
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's the way you said I could see you all. Yeah, but it's because you said I could see you all. I love it. You said you could see everyone, it just assumed you in front of the screen. I'm like, I can't see him.
Well, I'm stood up, but my kitchen's like there. So
Yeah,
I'm stood up making a brew and I can see my screen.
It's like the little peekaboo moment.
Now I just.
So who can people see?
I know.
Everyone except Amelia.
There.
Same.
Oh, flip's sake, I see everyone.
Oh,
Oh, I can hear you.
I'm here.
Yeah, we can hear you, just can't see you.
Yeah.
It could just be your connection though, like you could just have it with no video.
Oh, that's okay then.
If it's not for us, what we want to see you? We might not. But what if we do?
That was a bit creepy.
I'd
like to see you.
Make it sound less creepy.
I wonder if is there any sort of like quality? Because it might be that the webcam is using too much bandwidth.
Yeah, what he said.
I mean, yeah, what Ben said.
Look, I fucking understood what you meant.
Yeah.
That's because you're a nerd.
Come on now. Don't call me a boffin or anything. I have horrible school flashbacks.
If you just self-compliment, I'm pretty sure it'd be more like nerd or geek. Boffin is like the nice version, right?
Well, I mean, boff is the actual word that they bullied me with.
Oh, really?
That's why I default to it.
Oh, wow, it must be a southern thing. I would just take that as like a compliment.
Well, no, I mean, I went to a school full of idiots.
I can see everyone.
I can't hear you or see you.
I'm still invisible.
Hmm.
Right. Oh my god, here we go, you're in this, guys. I may be back, I may not.
Ominous.
I may be back.
Just Amelia. Maybe she's... Oh, she's gone black. I can see a thing. I have got you. You're delayed, but I've got you.
Oh, I can't even see or hear it anymore.
Connected, and then
Amelia, leave it be. Do not touch.
I have 4 out of 5. I have 5 out of 5.
Yeah. Right. Adam, how fast can you talk?
Right. Right. Get your asses in this winery.
Okay, if we're about to make a move, I'm gonna pop pass without trace.
Awesome. Cool.
Cast with spell slot. So I don't know if the game will track that automatically or if we need to do it ourselves.
You
We'll
can
see.
you add it yourself or you press that pink box and it'll do it for you.
Oh right, okay.
I will roll for Godfrey. Because he doesn't have a stealth, which is not very useful. He rolled on there. Oh.
That's a good number.
Oh, it looks like I come up as a modifier.
Blimey.
Fun. So, yeah.
Well,
Ooh.
I've never got a 0 before.
That's
What was
amazing.
that?
Technically, that's
Plus
10.
10.
So I think technically it's 9.
Yeah, you get plus 10. That's
My
pretty
armor's just a bit loud.
That was weird.
clink, clink, clink.
Is it plus 10 to your regular stealth roll or plus 10 as your modifier?
Well, when I hit that plus 10 on there, it didn't include my what's it. So I'm just with my first roll. I'm on 22.
So that's my ordinary stealth roll, and then that's plus 10, so that's 12.
Yeah, you add 10 to whatever you roll.
Yeah.
So Vert got 12 and Kaster got 9. They're the two lowest. But everyone else got over.
No, Vert got 19, surely.
Oh, yeah, sorry, 19. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can see I've got 9.
19.
7.
27. Yeah, so there's only Kaster that failed. So, yeah, majority of you all got over what you needed to get. Sweet, let me
You're heading to like here-ish.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see the stables, the loading dock. There's parked in the loading dock is a wagon with 3 barrels set in braces on the bed. A raised wooden walkway runs along the west, south, and east walls. Through a hole in the ceiling, you see a wooden arm of a loading crane with ropes and hooks dangling from it. Something appears to move in the room above. You hear horses kind of shuffling around in the stables. Anything else? And you hear the rustle of dead vines all around you as you head through the vineyard. Inhuman shapes emerge from the vineyard, their limbs cracking and trudged forth through the mist and rain.
Sorry, I missed what trudged through.
Inhuman shapes emerge from the vineyard, their limbs cracking as they trudge forth through mist and rain.
Limbs cracking. Cool.
They are, however, about 60 feet away from you. Godfrey turns to you all and says, "We either make a stand here, or we head inside now."
This is their territory. I would suggest going inside.
Yeah. Partly because then.
Did we
you
just
get to
see
the
those
doorway
ones?
and
No,
the
others.
bottom.
Yeah, bottom left sounds good.
You kind of hear the rustling of the dead vines all around you. The closest ones being to the east of you. But you can hear them behind you and from the west as well.
Okay, so there's.
We either go.
We don't want to stay outside, basically.
Or we run down this side, try and find a doorway, but.
Yeah, something seems to be moving around in the room above the docks.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we either go in there and kind of risk what's above us,
I don't know if I have Craig.
or we run down
Oh,
this
Craig.
side.
I can't see Craig. I don't know if it's
Trying to
at
find
my
a
end
door.
or his.
It's your end. Bucko's still there.
Well, yeah.
Oh, does that mean I can't do it
Do
again?
you not have Amelia, Kaster?
Craig.
I don't. Hang on,
Right.
do you want me to reconnect?
Yeah,
Fair chance for me coming back.
I'm going to move the map while you're doing that.
Nothing gets to do with me. Yeah, I realised what that sounded like.
I'm back and heard you Amelia. I was like, Marc!
All better?
Can you see each other now? Well, maybe he's not answering me. I can see it.
He just said all better.
He did. He said he can see you, but you can't see him still.
No, I can't, but I've got the.
Oh, it's spinning. Fingers crossed.
Damn it. I would fix that. Did.
Bucko's just got the, Amelia's got the spinning thing for the Bucko.
That's all I've got for Amelia as well.
And that's all that's all Bucko's got for Amelia.
Means it's because, like I say, it's peer to peer.
Yeah.
She's obviously trying to connect.
It must
all
be
four
you two then,
at
because
once.
whenever one of you goes off, the other goes off, so it must be a problem. Peer to peer bit of you two.
It's just your own connection. It's just rather than going to a server and then being sent to everyone, it's you're sending that signal to four other people.
Yeah, what I mean though is it only seems to be you and like if you're not there, Amelia is. If Amelia's there, you're not. Then you two now can't see each other.
And it was me and Amelia.
Yeah. So it must be wherever the signal interrupts, like you said, because it's peer to peer.
It keeps trying to refresh. It keeps it. There you go. Hey, you can see it now.
Fuck's sake.
I can
can't.
see Craig.
She's just a spinning wheel now. For me.
See,
Oh
there you
no.
go. She can't connect to everyone at once. That's all. Still in green.
Oh, there we go. Five.
Oh, there we are.
Well, let's run in the house and kill everything, and we win. And
I can't see Marc, but I can hear Marc.
That's why that'll do.
don't know if that's
I
better
would
or
agree,
worse.
that's probably the best. Out of that entire group, it's probably the best option. So.
Well, it's not so bad, Mark, until you start getting.
Oh,
So yeah, you can see the large double doors to the stables. There is a walkway that goes all the way around the docks, and there seems to be a small open doorway to the rear of that. And there's also some steps leading to a small door just to the west of the docks.
Okay, so we've got this area here. Is that ground level, or is that like a balcony?
Yeah, it's about 2-3 feet off the ground. It's just like a raised platform.
Oh, right, yeah, like out the back of like
Yeah.
delivery plants,
Yeah.
like post offices, shit like that.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Okay, I see. And is there a ceiling above the? You said there was a crane, didn't you?
Yeah, there's a ceiling and there's like a square hatch in the roof where that you can see the crane arm that is obviously used to lower down or pick up barrels into the wagon that's below it.
Okay.
And you can hear someone moving around upstairs in that room.
Okay, is there a window?
On the outside, yeah.
That leads into there, and how scalable is this wall?
It's kind of ragged stone, so it's not too difficult, I guess.
Because I'd like to get a peek in from above, if possible.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you want to make a.
There's a hole in the. Is there a crane on the roof of the building, or is that within? Is it the crane hole? Can I see that in a ceiling of this room?
Yes, yeah, it looks like it's inside. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I want to see if I can sort of try and climb up to the window and see through it.
Okay. Make me a climb check. So, strength, athletics.
Can I go for acrobatics instead?
Sure. Yeah. What's the rest of you doing as he's doing this? Because you can hear the rustling of the vines getting closer towards you. Nice.
I
I'm
think we
gonna
need to make
wait.
a choice of the door or just going. These things are getting closer. We're running out of time.
I'm thinking we should see what Moth's doing. I'm going to face the vines and wait for an attack, and then if Kaster runs into the door, that's where I'll follow Kaster.
Okay.
I'll move up to
The
this
vines
door.
seen us. Sorry, I missed that.
I don't think you've seen us. I think we can just hear it.
You can hear them. They're about 60 feet away from you. You can hear this kind of noise. You can see dark shapes kind of rustling through the vines ahead of you, like from behind you. You can't see any because it's quite thick foliage. It's quite hard to make out any details of them yet. They're not close enough. Moth could probably see from where he is if he looked behind him, but he's busy looking through the window.
Can I hear anything on the other side of this door?
Make a perception check. No, doesn't appear to be any noise coming from behind that door.
Can I try the door?
Yeah, it's unlocked.
Can I go in?
Yeah, you open the door and it opens into a fairly small, narrow room where there are strips of iron and wood that lie in neat piles on the floor of the workshop, the walls of which are lined with tools. 2 work tables stand against each wall. This appears to be some kind of room for making the barrels. A cooper's room.
I'll immediately go to that door with my back towards where he is, facing out towards the vines.
I'll try and signal everyone quietly, kind of gesture, like in here kind of thing.
Yeah, Godfrey's got his sword out, kind of just pointed at the vines, like kind of protecting you guys as you head that way.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, cool.
So these like kind of work.
I think I'll wait for Moth to come down.
Workbenches, yeah. You're going to wait for Moth. Okay, yeah.
Can I kind of just search through them, see if there's anything of use in them?
Yeah, sure. While you're doing that, Moth, are you staying up there any longer?
Yeah, I want to see through the window, see if I can.
Can you see from where you are with that token? You should be able to see inside.
Oh, right, okay. Right, okay, so I can see there's a crane. Oh crap, there's a guy right in front of the window. Which way is he looking?
He appears to be looking down into the floor below, through the hatch.
And then there's a couple of groups.
Yeah, these look like large, well, maybe not large, about 3-4 feet high. They appear to be covered in these spiny little thorns. Appear to be completely made out of plant matter, though, and vines.
Just want to point out, if you think 4 foot's large, you are my new bestie.
The room is a wooden floor with a 10-foot square hole cut into the middle of it. Looming over the hole is a wooden winch. Perched atop it is a man with wild hair, rotted teeth, and skin painted red with blood. He waves a gnarled staff made from a black branch with baubles.
Oh shit, that's the thing.
That's the bauble brand.
Okay, I'm going to try and hang down, and then I look down and I see that there's just Vanessa left.
Yeah.
And Sir Godfrey.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can.
I try and quietly motion.
Scale back down.
The guy with the staff is in here.
Okay. You see, heading now about 30 feet away from the building, these creatures in the room. There are some now moving through the vines as well, behind everyone.
Okay, do these creatures inside the room seem to have any sort of bearing where they're going?
They appear to be waiting for they're kind of just stood watching this raving man. They seem to be listening to him.
Okay.
Do you want me to make an investigation check?
No, there's nothing of interest in here. There's woodworking tools and like discarded bits of wood, metal strips and things. I mean, they make good improvised weapons, but good hammer.
Kind of metal shingles and bits and bobs.
Yeah, it's like hammers and nails and planks of wood and crowbars and things like that.
I'm going to take some nails, because nails are always good, and I'm going to take some just scrap bits of metal.
Okay.
Just thinking I can use it as a distraction at some point, perhaps.
Yeah, they're like long strips of metal, like 2x4 kind of, not 2x4, but
Okay. Oh no, you mean like, yeah.
what they would use to.
Like lengths of metal on it.
Yeah.
On the barrels.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'll try and quietly climb back down.
Okay, cool.
And tell whoever's down there that the guy controlling these things is above this cart.
Okay. Are you guys heading inside now then?
Well, if Moth is now, because what's Vanessa doing? Because I'm guessing she's not going to crawl back up to the wall, is she, with him?
She was
Did you
waiting.
off back down?
Yeah, I've climbed down. I think I'll move away if I know that the guy is above that hatch, because I don't want him to hear me by accident.
Sure.
If he's now down, I'll head in on the premise that we're all going in the same place.
Okay, yeah, you head into this like narrow room that Kaster's in. You can see the same thing. It's clearly a workshop for making barrels.
Yeah.
There
I mean,
is.
tell him that the guy's above the cart.
Yeah. Okay. There is the one door in and out of here to the outside, and there's a door internally that goes further into the winery.
We really want to go for that guy with the staff because he's the one in control.
I suggest we make our way up through this winery.
And also,
trying to climb up or anything.
Position. If we get
That's what I thought. And I also, as soon as I realised how small this was, and that's why I gestured, because obviously if those things are coming out of the vines, this is probably a good place to
one
be out
outside.
of your sight. And,
Okay. And how far did I say away that I see? How far away did I see the approaching?
Then, yeah, they're only about 30 feet away now.
Okay, well let's get in then.
can I make a perception check on this door as well?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Nice. Again, you don't hear any noises coming from this room.
I look at everyone as if, is anyone going to stop me?
No, keep going.
If not, I obviously cautiously open the door and go.
I'd remind you that you're still under pass with trace until I stop concentrating, so you'll still get a bonus if you try and go quietly.
Potentially any booby traps or anything like that.
Any what? Sorry.
Any booby
traps.
Doors or,
Trapped.
Yeah, you can make a perception check if you like. Godfrey will join you.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that was a D20.
No, you just, it seems pretty inconspicuous of any kind of...
I'm not even sure it's a door.
You do see a lot of debris on the ground, though. A lot of, dead leaves and dirt. But other than that... Kaster, you...
Am I see anything with the detect magic?
You can cast Detect Magic. Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yes, you did, yeah.
Not in here or in the next room, no. Yeah, Kaster, this door opens into a room of, it looks like some kind of storage room. There are rows of new barrels that fill the room, and a narrow stone staircase that spirals upward in the southwest corner. There is another door to the south.
If we're trying to get upstairs to fight or find that staff and break it or whatever, do you think we should try going up the stairs here?
Yes.
So on the same level?
Yeah, I probably would recommend that, yeah.
That's my thought. I just wanted to check everyone's. So
Yeah,
I'd move over to the stairs, and again, hopefully everyone will be following. And
Are all these barrels on?
They're made barrels from that workshop.
Yes, there is anything in them. I don't know, but in them opening explode or...
Yeah, if you go over to have a look or give them a kick or anything, they all seem to be empty. Seem to be new. You hear two...
Flammable in it.
No, these ones appear to be unused. You hear something start to bash on the door to this room, and Sir Godfrey's kind of bracing himself against the door.
Can I ready a weapon? How far away am I? I don't know how far away I am.
I think we should. Godfrey should grab some of that wood and a hammer and some of those nails and see that door behind him.
I can try and help him do that while he holds the door shut.
Yeah, I was going to say, he'll turn around and say, if I let go of the door, they will breach it.
How many arms do you think I have?
Okay, well while he's holding that up, then I'll try and hammer some planks of wood in and nail the door shut.
Sure, yeah, there's plenty of material around to grab a hammer and nails, and there's plenty of planks of wood, so you start hammering that. He's going to hold the door closed as best as he can.
Oh no.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you can hear kind of doosh, 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 doosh. But the door seems to be held pretty firmly to closed now that you've hammered a few nails in. Godfrey kind of lets go cautiously, and the door shudders slightly, but it seems to be holding for now.
Cool.
These
are only empty barrels. Maybe try and put some of these by that door while we go upstairs.
No, make some obstacles. Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Now, do I need to roll anything for that?
No, you don't need to roll anything for that.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah, there's a spiral staircase that heads up, and there's a set of double doors that head to the south.
Before I go up, can I do a perception check on the double doors to see if I can hear anything?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just don't want anything to jump out behind us.
Please be 3 times the charm.
Not quite.
You hear the very faint sound of liquid pouring.
Someone's taking it.
Yeah, it's the back.
Great. If you tell anyone that, I'll be like, oh, great time to mention the druid was painted in blood. And he has a few teeth missing. He seems like a gnarly fella.
Great.
We're just heading up then? Or should we look through this door first?
I think head straight to the cut the head off the snake, or whatever the correct analogy is.
By this door as well. Make it visible.
It's just blocking everything with barrels.
Mario's screwed.
Book the rain for chasing. If we have to get out of here, we can just move the barrels and leg it. But if they have to try and break in, it's a bit harder.
Has anyone got any like?
You can't.
Has anyone got any like alchemist fire or like oil or something?
One moment, let me check.
I've got scrap metal, nails. I've got walls of Barovia, 4 logs, 6 apples, 2 direwolf fangs, a dead toad, a bottle of wine, tiger rug.
And I don't think I've got the.
Which
I
pocket?
don't fully think I've grasped the idea of picking shit up. I have nothing.
I think that bottle of wine's probably smashed as well, by the way.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to find some more while I'm here.
Godfrey says, this door will not hold forever. We must move.
Yeah, let's bounce.
Yeah, let's go.
Are you heading up, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, so I'm just going to put you all in this corridor. Actually, you can't see, so I'll just leave you there.
Power of description. What's happening there?
So you head up into a very narrow corridor, which is it's a balcony that overlooks the main fermentation vats below in the room.
Okay.
There are several doors in the walls to your right, so in the north, and the corridor heads like all the way around the outside of this like balcony over the big gap in the floor that shows you the level down below. You see across from you there are a large set of stairs that lead down into the main fermentation room below you. That appears to be the only way up to that side of the building.
Flyover bridge, I think you can
See down.
the corridor. You can see directly down.
Yeah.
Over and down.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm presuming, I can only see to there, but I'm presuming you mean it goes round like that.
Yeah, it kind of turns off to the south like you've done
I
there.
don't know if that was the right amount, but yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And we can see down.
Yeah.
What,
There are.
Running water or liquid we heard, can we see what that was from up there?
If you look over, you see another one of these druid creatures that is pouring something into these vats that are down below.
Does it have a staff?
It just has like a wooden quarterstaff, yeah.
Okay, so it's not the.
Does it have any of these groups within?
You don't see any, no.
How high are we?
Yeah, you're the floor up, so about 15 feet high. It's quite a large room. The balcony creaks, drawing your eyes to a wild-looking figure hunched over the westernmost cask, pouring a flask of thick syrup into it. She wears a gown made of animal skins and a headdress with goat horns, and her hair is long and unkempt. Suddenly you see something skitter across the floor. It looks like a tiny creature made of twigs. It moves from its hiding place under the stairs and disappears behind the eastmost cask.
This Babadook, whatever she's called.
Babadook. Babala Saga.
Babala Saga, that's it.
Are they the two? Sorry, so can we see the two druids? There's the man that Benn's on the woman.
Baba Yaga.
You can just see the one.
Isn't that what John Wick's called?
This wild lady is the druid, yeah?
You can see a wild female druid down in the floor below you, yes.
Right. Should we try and just kind of keep moving around and go to that other room?
I think we should go for the one that potentially Moth saw mainly because that's what we were going for.
Yeah,
I've still got past the Chosun.
you do. The one that Moth saw is to the northeast, but the corridor heads west. Yeah. There's a door just to the north of Moth. There's now a door that Kaster is stood outside of. There's another one about 10 feet, and then there's an open door at the end of the corridor in the northern wall.
Can I hear anything in the,
can I
through my door?
Make a perception check. I forgot you also noticed there are a couple of ravens kind of roosting in the rafters. Thank you. They appear to be like watching over the balcony and looking down at this druid.
Oh shit.
You can't hear anything in the rooms that you are listening in, but you can hear something coming from the room at the end of the hallway.
Okay.
Sounds like someone's rifling through something, boxes.
Can I try and
Drawers.
kind of look around the corner without making my presence obvious?
You can make another stealth check if you want to try and walk down to the end of the corridor.
Moth, do you
I've
got
got a mirror you can look around the corner with.
Yeah, I'm happy to do it. Have you got? Can I borrow your mirror?
If I'm a mirror.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make that check. Is it here?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll creep and make a stealth check.
Cool.
Trying to peer around the corner with the mirror. Okay. That's 23.
Nice. Okay. You see through the mirror in this chamber are a desk, a chair, and a tall wooden cabinet, and a strange contraption that takes up most of the northern end of the room. 3 creatures are here. One appears to be human, but is so caked with dirt and mud, and it's hard to know for sure. Her hair is full of twigs, and her face is hidden behind a veil of moss. She's rooting through the contents of the cabinet and haphazardly tossing them onto the floor. Behind her stand 2 creatures made entirely of dead vines.
Okay, so that's in this direction or in this direction.
In that direction, yeah, to the north.
Okay, all right. So can I move my token here just to get a peek?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you would have seen it through the mirror. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Right, I see. So she's rooting through desks.
Yeah, she's looking for something. There seems to be a lot of paper and pots of ink that have spilled on the ground.
Okay. Any sort of... So they're absolutely caked in crud and whatever, and can I see anything that looks like a gnarled staff?
No, this one doesn't appear to have anything like that.
Okay, they're just a bit flanked.
What kind of doors are these? Like, what are the handles like on the doors? Are they kind of like round knob handles, or are they kind of curled ones?
Yeah, they're just kind of round wooden knobs. Yeah, the 2 creatures are kind of just stood there, kind of sentry-like. Yeah, just.
Can I'll communicate as deftly, quietly as I possibly can that there's one of them in that room. I'd like to, if I can, look in this room and see if it leads to the loading dock.
Okay, cool. Let me move to the what room is that? 18. This room contains a rectangular table surrounded by 8 chairs, an L-shaped cupboard, and a floor-to-ceiling closet pantry. Next to the pantry is a small iron stove that appears to be a kitchen.
Okay, and there's no one inside.
No, it seems to be empty. Yeah.
Okay. But there is a door.
There is another door, yes.
Perfect. Okay, I want to gesture these guys to come with me.
Okay. Is this kitchen?
Kitchen.
It's kitchen.
Can I
Where's
see any
Bird?
bottles of wine?
Yeah, he is. I'm just dragging him along.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna say I saw a twig man. I saw 2 twig men, and the guy with the staff that controls these things is in this room.
Okay.
this is where we want to start, because if we can get that staff, I think we can stop the twig things.
Okay. Do you want me to
Kick the door down.
pretty much kick in the door and cast Hold Person?
You could do. How confident are you in that compared to putting a blade of light through it? Or
Well, I'm happy to stab stuff.
you could try and break the staff.
Well, what I was thinking though, if I hold person, they're paralysed. I can just walk up and take the stuff off them.
And that's very true.
I've also
I like the sound of this plan.
I can potentially cast command on them, and I can tell the target to drop whatever they're holding.
Okay, yeah, I've got that too. If you want to, I don't know if you want to save spell slots because I've got loads.
I could do that. Well, if you want to try and do that and commanding her to drop the staff, hopefully it potentially mean the twigs would stop moving. It might not. We might have to break it, like you say, but it'd free me up to run in and start, headbutting things.
Okay, what do we think, gang?
I think. Well,
Yeah. I was going to say again, if you want to hold your spell slots for smites, I could do the whole person.
So we can just stop people moving between us.
I
Yeah.
can remove the staff if you prefer, because I've got a lot of movement.
What we could have is if Moth uses command and tells him to drop the staff, then Vert, with his movement and his wings or whatever, could dash in and grab the staff.
I don't need to dash in. I've got, like I said, I've got 45 foot.
I don't mean that. I meant dashes in quickly. You're not going to just throw a lane dash and like, I'm just going to bring your staff.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I can also go invisible. I don't know if that will help. If I could.
What if Vanessa uses Hold Person, you go invisible, and try and kind of invisibly go to them and take the staff while they're being held. Vert can also make a dash with a staff as well, and I'll just stab something.
Okay.
I'll say invisibility. I don't think it's worth using at the moment.
No.
Not if we're going to be going in. If we're all going to be going to a run, you being invisible is not going to help. If you're going in by yourself, maybe.
Yeah.
That's true. I'd need an open door to do it though.
Yeah. So.
Right. What's the plan? Because we've been talking in here a long time.
Well, yeah.
They might have heard us.
Great idea.
They're going to be waiting on the other side.
Yeah.
For Kaster to attack if they do anything.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going with Hold Person.
Okay, so is Vanessa casting that on me?
Vanessa, because she's got more spell slots than me.
Okay. Well, if I stand here and I open the door,
Yeah.
then as soon as you see that person, you can.
Sorry, say that again, Vanessa.
I was going to say caster spell slots are good for damage, whereas mine are situational.
Spells. Yeah.
Defensive.
Yeah. So I'll open the door. And then
These are offensive.
spell to hold.
Can I prepare that for when he opens the door?
Sure, yeah, you can ready that.
If there's something in front of me, I'm going to stab it as well, by the way.
Okay.
It's just attack.
It was by the hole in the floor.
So are you just opening the door or are you actually kicking it down?
You want to charge?
I look around at everyone.
Look at his face. It's not what he does.
We've got to charge. Element of surprise.
Okay.
Okay.
Kick the door as hard as I can.
Okay. It swings open. And before you see a bedroom.
Love it.
Nothing in here.
The room contains a four-poster bed. Its headboard carved in the likeness of a giant raven. A soft black rug covers the floor between the bed and the door. In the corners of the south wall stand two slender wardrobes, with a tapestry of a church hanging on one wall between them.
Bert immediately looks under the bed.
Beneath the tapestry...
Person, like, in my hand.
Yeah.
Just like, just know what to do.
And I'm like, wow. Is there a chest in the corner?
Beneath the tapestry sits a handsomely carved rocking cradle. To the north, under a window, is a plain desk and chair. Other furnishings include a wooden chest and a freestanding mirror in a wooden frame.
Can I move through the chest?
The chest is locked.
I feel like I want to kick something in.
All that energy that you built up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready for a fight. How well locked is this?
It looks pretty sturdy.
You're fired up. You just burst the door down.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
When people have too much coffee, there's not enough space.
I always have too much coffee.
I'm just gonna sort of quietly ask, like, is there a door the other side?
Is
Why
I'm
why
still
is
checking
it
through the bed.
What's this? What's the kind of building made out of? What are the walls like?
The walls are stone, but the floors are wood.
I was hoping the walls were wood as well, and I'll just keep the fucking wall in as well.
No.
Keep going that way until we find them.
No, they're kind of rough stone.
Okay.
Ver, are you looking through the bed, did you say?
Yeah.
Make a perception check for me.
I want you to get wrapped up like you did that time.
Do you say perception?
Or investigation, I guess.
I'll do perception. Oh, thank God for that.
You notice that one of the bed posts, the bed knobs, is loose.
Oh. Well, I'm immediately going to be like, and just be like, guys.
The whole bed just falls over.
If you unscrew it, you find a secret compartment with a key in it.
Ooh. I found the key. That's one extra.
Save that for
thing
later.
in my
That could be
inventory.
important.
And if Bert just holds it up with nothing, we're just going, what's this? I'll take it off him and try and open the chest.
I'm not going to let you just take it from me.
Is there anything approaching us from the corridor?
Open the chest.
I want to make sure we're still quiet.
It's Vert. You literally just have to say, Vert, I think that keeps his chest. I'm going to use it. And he'll be like, oh, okay.
Wait, hold on.
Just take it from him.
Is that door in the bottom?
To the south is, yeah.
Is it like a cupboard door or a door?
That looks like a door.
Okay.
Right. I'm front.
Bert, may I have the key to see what's in this chest?
Mhm.
Maybe something
Yes,
of use
Kaster.
to us.
So here you go. I immediately pass it to Kaster.
And can I use the key on the chest?
Sure, yeah. Moth, you don't hear anything coming from the corridor.
What about this door?
Nope, you don't hear anything.
Okay,
Can I investigate the tapestry?
Yeah, you can have a look at it.
Just if there's any doors behind it, I'm going to feel the wall.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Okay, cool, yeah, make another perception check then. Inside the chest, you find 150 gold pieces and 350 silver pieces.
nice.
What's your passive perception, Kaster?
My passive perception is 14.
Something about the lid doesn't seem right.
Can I kind of hit it with the button myself?
Yeah, it sounds hollow if you do that. Donk, donk.
I think Kaster meant more than that.
No, I'm seeing balls there. Can I try and see if there's a way to kind of prise it off?
Yeah, if you spend a minute or two just kind of looking around, you find you kind of find a small hidden latch that opens up, and there's a small compartment in the lid as well, which inside you find a golden locket that contains the painted portrait of a beautiful woman. Also, a pouch containing 50 gold pieces of gemstones.
Nice. Can I have
50 gold pieces of gems.
Worth of gemstone, yeah.
Alright.
This is the people we were just talking to outside the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave all that.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Because Vanessa's just reminded me it's someone's house.
No, I was gonna leave it anyway. I was just it's my curiosity more than anything.
Yeah, you do notice that
If there was potions or something, that's what I was more looking for. But
No, it just seems to be wealth. You do notice that the silver pieces seem to have Strahd's face printed on them.
no, I want these anyway.
Can you
I'll
sense
put
anything?
the. Sorry.
I was going to say, I wanted to have a peek down this corridor, but if Vanessa doesn't sense anything.
Did I not see
I
anything
can't-
with this well either?
Yes, you did. You noticed that there is a seam in the wall in the northeast corner, just behind the tapestry.
I'm going to be like, Moth, maybe this is the door.
I'll pull where the door is.
I'll slide the latch back on the chest and close it up, lock it up, and
Okay.
put the key back where Vert found it.
Cool.
Can
Did
I
you
have
say-
a quick look on this chest? On this desk as well.
Yeah, you see that there is a logbook. That's all that you find. It seems to be records of deliveries that all seem to be made to one of 4 places. Initialed BV, BW, K, and then Vistani. If you flick through the book to like the earlier pages, there's also you notice there's initial S as well as a location.
South, obviously.
So I'm just like pointing out to people that there's a seam in this wall.
Where his token is now.
Yeah, wherever its token is.
But I can't see, so it's just I'm going on the description.
Yeah, you're in the northeast corner.
Cool.
Does it seem like a
Oh, I thought it
like
was.
a doorway?
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a full
like a
size.
doorway in the wall.
Can we like investigate around looking for like a switch or a latch or something?
Yeah, you don't need to. It looks like it just pushes open.
Okay.
Doesn't look like it's.
Can
Like,
Can you hear anything the other side?
Plan in case there's something on the other side.
Storm the gates.
I'll go make a
Part
cup of
two.
tea.
This time it's the gates.
Yeah.
Access round.
You want to listen through, you can make a perception check. It's a stone wall though, so it's going to be quite difficult to hear anything through it.
Is Vanessa's detect magic working at all?
She's got it on,
That
yeah.
doesn't work with stone.
Yeah, she hasn't noticed anything in either of these rooms that you've just been through.
We're going to have another go at it then.
Yeah. Might as well. You say someone's going to try and listen though. Not that it'd work.
Not through a stone wall. I don't
In that
think
case,
we're going to hear
Vern's
anything.
definitely going to try.
Do you want me to try?
Vern's definitely going to. If it's a stone wall, he'd be like, it's a stone wall. I can hear stone.
Excellent.
Okay, that's pretty good there, 18.
It's cold on my ear. Does that mean anything?
You can hear kind of muffled voice. It seems quite incoherent though. It just seems to be shouting random. Gotta must find the seed. Where's the seed? Where's the seed? Where's the seed?
There is somebody looking for a seed on the other side of this fake wall.
Perfect. Let's ice them.
Storm the door part 2?
Okay.
Yeah.
Storm
We've
the
already
door
got
part
Moth.
2.
Yeah, Moth said there was
Vanessa, come in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Are we going with the same plan?
Think
Yeah,
so.
fine.
Caster's readying himself to just run at the wall.
Can I ready my whole person again?
Yes.
It's Kaster and I see a dirty druid.
Okay, cool. This time, I will get everyone to roll for initiative.
Dude, I laugh so hard I get myself a stomach ache.
That was a beautiful thing. It's like, they're in the wrong room. That's not the right room. But I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. Nice, that worked. Sweet. Right, who's not on here? Marc's not on
Be me probably, yeah. I got a 10.
10. Cool. Oops. Godfrey. Where's Godfrey? There he is.
Cool. I'm trying to do business.
Oh, you're doing it. Cool.
Taking a while to open.
I'll do it for you.
Thank you. I'm clicking the button, that is not going through.
I believe you. Roll 20 doesn't believe you, but I believe you. Okay, cool. So,
Oh, my there.
I rolled better anyway. Okay, so, cool. You've readied your action. So it's going to start from the top of the round, but you've got ready actions. Yours goes off first. So I will open the door. So, hold person. You are aiming it at the druid, I assume. What does he have to make? A wisdom save?
It is a, I think, Constitution saving throw.
Con.
Oh, wisdom, sorry.
Wisdom, cool.
Wisdom save throw.
Natural 1. He was busy shouting at the floor.
Standard druid.
Okay, he is.
Oh, I can choose one
Hope it's
additional
just
humanoid.
Yeah, okay. If you cast it at 3rd level, yeah.
Is there anyone else there?
You could probably. Yeah, you can see the other.
I can only cast it at 3rd level.
Oh, okay. Cool, yeah.
Okay, so it's 3rd level, isn't it? Cool.
I will make another wisdom save. Are they
The one down.
humanoids? Hang on, what's the wording? Choose a humanoid. I don't think they're classed as humanoids.
Oh, if they're not people.
Yeah, I don't think it works.
No, that's fine.
I will rule that it does not. Awesome, cool. Oath, it's you first. You see Vanessa's magic hold this raven. He's kind of dancing around with his staff, kind of shouting incoherently, and then he's.
Okay, I'll.
These creatures all kind of look over to the door as it swings open as well.
Okay,
Do they just look at the door, or do they look like they're about to fight?
Because Caster's ready. Caster is ready.
Yeah, they look towards the door to see what's going on. They
Just thinking if he hasn't commanded them, or she hasn't commanded them.
Yeah. Do we have to drop on these guys?
No, they were kind of stood, kind of looking kind of towards the door before you came through it. So they kind of, it looks like they kind of knew you were coming through that door.
They probably heard the chaos from afar.
You probably heard the first plan.
Yeah.
The practice round.
Okay, in that case, I'd like to come in and take. Like, as much as I'd love to go for that guy, if I try and charge him, I'm going to get opportunity attack by this guy, aren't I?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna if I can. What spells have I got? Don't think I've got any particularly pushy spells. Can I try and shove this guy in the hole?
Yeah, you can try. They're quite small, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it, and I mean, I want to have a go at it.
Okay,
if
sure.
I'm successful, I want it to be like a football kick.
Just punt him off.
If they're small.
What
What do I
about
need to
Spark
do?
kick?
That's a contested strength, so it's athletics. And then he can use either strength, athletics, or acrobatics,
Little old Moth.
Noodle arms moth.
which he's neither good at, particularly.
Yeah.
That's
Alright.
not bad.
That's not that bad.
Better than 11.
Yeah. No, I as much as I love the iconic Sparta kick, I'm all about hoofing things. Like we have a family friend with a little dog I do not like.
You poop it.
It's like a little yappy terrier. It's always hated me, and I just every now and then fantasize about like rugby kicking it over a fence. I never would.
You see this creature land on the barrels on the wagon below. It's still kind of trying to get to its feet, but you see like chunks of it kind of break off as it hits the barrels.
Okay, if I can occupy its space, if that's not too cheeky. I'd like to.
Yeah, you've got movement left.
Does whole person last until it gets attacked, or until you break concentration?
No, you can attack it, but it makes a save at the end of its turns. But attacking doesn't trigger it then.
Okay, alright then. No, I'll save spirit weapon for later. I'll stop here.
Cool. The crazy druid, at the end of its turn, will get a save.
I'm realising I maybe should have waited till it had had its turn.
After all that planning. 16.
Oh, that's just...
Rats. Well, at least that's the end of its turn.
Ah!
Yeah.
You cannot have the steed, no! Get them! Get them! Starts shaking this stick at you. That was the end of its turn though, so it can't do anything. So Godfrey. What would you like Sir Godfrey to do?
He is going to... Is that druid on top of the crane?
Yeah, kind of. It's not very high though. It's like it kind of juts out like a straight kind of over the edge. So it's only like a foot off the ground.
Okay.
He's just kind of hanging onto the side of it like.
He's going to go there. He's going to attack this thing.
Okay, yeah, cool. The blight. Where's its AC? Pretty shit.
So I've clicked it, that should be coming through in a few minutes.
You're right. Wow.
I meant to do two.
Just the first one.
You got some multi-attack.
Sure.
I don't know, it was multi-attack, so I clicked it twice.
That's fine. To be fair, the first one
Yeah, you
killed.
should have clicked it twice anyway. If it's multi-attacks, it just shows the first. Because that's what Adam does. He just takes the first reading, so he rolls it twice, but just takes the first one.
Yeah, the first one kills it anyway. Yeah, he just hacks it, and it just sees splinters of wood just explode from it as his sword hits it. Yeah, these things don't seem to have a lot of health.
That was a crazy amount of damage for little old Vanessa.
That was
That wasn't
Godfrey.
me.
Amelia controls the GG.
Oh,
So G in the house.
I'm like, how did you do that? That's insane.
Did you want to use his second attack on the?
I'm doing defense. That's it. And Vanessa. One little D10. Yeah, I'll use the second one on that druid then if that first one.
The lovely crit. Cool. Okay, then so that's 14 plus 7. That's a lot of damage. Okay.
Does he take the extra 14 twice?
That is the yeah. Ouch. Yeah, Godfrey just splits this thing in half, turns around, and just slices down the back of this druid creature, and he's. You can see he's really heavily wounded, where he's just still ranting and shouting and waving the staff around.
Oh, it's Kaster up next.
But he is badly wounded. You see his skin as well is kind of under the mud and the blood that's caked on it. It's kind of almost bark skin looking. It's like it's all rough and hard. Yeah, it's Kaster next.
Okay, with the pointy end. Do I get advantage with Godfrey on the other side?
Yeah.
Nice.
I love it when a plan comes together.
It was only one-handed, so that's
It's only.
It's only 100.
so 9. And the 6 is the crit, so it's 15. And then the extra 4 and 6 is for the radiant, but oh, it's dead.
You just
I've got another attack left.
You just skewer this radiant blade through him. Blood kind of pours out of his mouth as he's now skewered on your blade. He drops the staff.
That's fine. I've still got movement left, so I'm going to go over there and just hit the other one.
Okay.
Just so it's down. These things are a lot weaker than I was expecting, to be honest.
No,
There's some more in there.
false sense of security.
We're gonna, you know what, we're gonna kill them all, and then there's gonna be fucking massive, like, tree beard or something to fight.
It turns out there's spores we haven't detected yet, and we're all just going to grow mushrooms out of our eyeballs.
Don't. Oh, I hate that.
Good ideas though. Yep, that's cool. That you kind of lop an arm off it, and it starts to grow a new one.
What's that fungus that like takes control of insects?
Oh, that's zombie stuff.
Antlers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff's messed up. Cool.
Is that not dead?
No, you do lop a limb off it, but it's still standing just about.
Well, I'll use a... do I use a smite? I
Mm.
don't think it's worth it. I want to.
I think you have to declare that when you hit it.
You've got to think about Kaster. He's just, like, he's high adrenaline right now. He just killed the guy, and he's attacked the guy. What would he actually do? He's, like, proper in the moment right now.
I think if knowing it hadn't quite been enough, he would.
It doesn't work.
This is after being blue balls once.
No,
as well.
no. Smite doesn't work that way. You can declare the smite on the hit, but you can't wait till I say it's not dead yet. That's cheaty. That's come on now.
Oh no.
Smite's powerful enough as it is.
Without hindsight.
Yeah, come on now. Right.
Like,
It will try and feebly claw at you with its one remaining arm, though. That's a 15 to hit Kaster. Nope. Yeah, its sharpened branches just clang off your metal armor. Vert, would you like to do anything?
Is there anything near me?
No, you're still in the bedroom.
Kaster is fighting one on the other side of this hatchway. You can get to it.
Did I not go in with him? I just stayed by the door.
Yeah, you're like in the doorway. He's about 30 feet across the room.
He's how far?
About 30 feet away from you across the room.
I'll just go 30 feet across the room and attack it.
Okay, cool. There you go. You are next to it.
Cool, so I'm going to attempt to spear it. Let me just get this right. Oh. Oh! 20 to hit.
Fucking hell.
Why don't we get these against like things that hurt us?
That is quite funny, yeah, because that's dead.
And that's hang on, that's a D6 plus.
Don't roll, don't worry about it. It had 2. It's got 2 HP. Don't worry. Your bonus. Your bonus is enough to kill it. You see the one that fell through the hole that was pushed over the edge kind of scamper away into the building.
He's clearly gone to get help.
Can I have a look at this staff?
You can take a look at the staff.
With my eyes.
With my elven eyes. What do your elven eyes see?
As opposed to your elbows.
As opposed with my hands.
Pick it up in case it wraps around him or something.
Yeah. Look with your eyes, not with your hands.
Whereas Kaster would just be like, so.
Yeah.
What does this taste like?
Yeah.
Can I eat it? Not for me.
You say that. People would be walking out of it like I'd be chewing it.
I mean, I'd say what do I look at, but ultimately I wanted to know what Vanessa thinks.
Does that work? No.
Is Vanessa's detect magic still on? Does that work?
Yeah.
I could put it back on. Easily enough. Yeah, I'll do that. I've got Arcana as well.
Okay, cool. Okay, so staff is definitely magical.
Ooh. It's got chill.
How cursed does it look?
Would
Yeah.
I detect good and evil thing?
I was going to start pick it up, but that guy was touching it and he looked very...
Anyone looking at it can make a Arcana or Religion check if you'd like.
Oh, I'll do a religion check.
I hope you do.
Kaster, the most unreligious person.
Oh my holy shit.
Apparently not very holy.
Well done, Vanessa. Bravo.
Okay.
Surprisingly, Kaster is actually quite religious, he just doesn't act it.
Vanessa, you can see there are strong druidic magics woven into this staff, but it seems to be corrupted somehow. Whereas normal druidic magic is used to create plant life and communicate with animals and things, this appears to be twisted and warped to more evil purpose.
Just like the land itself.
Kaster, you've read about staffs like this. This wood looks familiar to you. It looks like it's a dark, spongy black wood, said to grow on something called a Gulthias tree. Gulthias trees in legend were said to be born of vampiric blood, corrupted nature.
And Bert, stay 2
I would suggest we try to destroy this stuff.
Vanessa would know that this item can be attuned to.
Having an army of vine people might be useful.
This is true.
Who can attune to it? Is it just druids?
Anyone can attune to it to unlock its magical potential.
I mean, we could destroy it, or maybe something from here might be the sort of thing one of us could use.
I mean, I think it would be perfect for you. But are you going to be cursed by it? I'm not going to do anything with that. Weed people are not my jam.
If it can be used to benefit our cause, then by all means try it.
Maybe it needs to be, like, purified or something.
And if you get turned into a zombie, don't worry, I can sort that out.
Stop it.
I'm going to dead-eye look you in the face and be like, no.
I get turned into a zombie. I only want Moth to smite me.
What? So he'll join you?
Excuse me?
You don't
Well,
want
I'm just saying, if you two were to fight, I feel Vanessa would win.
If it wasn't for my planning, that bed could have taken us by surprise. Thank you.
I mean, Vert potentially would have to take you into a quiet room and light some incense and slowly take you out of your misery.
I'd let you do that, Bert. So I'm having a problem. Like, Amelia is all about little children made of bracken.
Is Vanessa?
That would add to the show, wouldn't it?
Can I pick the staff up?
Sure. Yeah, you can feel it's quite a soft wood, but you can feel the magic coursing through it.
And that was my Arcana check, so I wouldn't have to tell it. I never told anyone else. Well, that's a corrupted druid staff.
No, yes, yeah, that was information for you. You haven't shared it with everyone. As far as I know, it's a stick that this mad druid was waving around.
I pick it up by the least muddy-looking part. Prestidigitate it clean. Inspector.
The one that Moth threw down the middle.
Yeah.
Now that Vanessa's picked it up, what is that doing? Does it just stop moving, or is it?
That one ran inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've not attuned to it.
Okay.
I'll do that. Give it a thing. Do I feel like I want to pick it up? Like, does it feel like it's latched on, like cursed or something?
No, other than its inherent magic properties that would take an attunement to figure out what they are exactly.
Okay.
You know it's got some kind of druidic power over nature in it.
Well, what now? I thought those vegetables would be more of an
There's
issue.
still
I feel that Babadook
two others of them.
we need to find. Can't remember his actual name, so Babadook is what it's
I just keep calling him
Another Lysaga.
Baba Yaga, which is
Davian did mention that Baba Lysaga lives in Berez.
Baba Saga, that's it.
In the swamp.
It was her creatures that assaulted the winery, not herself. She was kind of like a myth.
There's still two mad druids here.
Yeah, apparently they're made of paper.
One was poison in the wine.
Yeah.
We assume poison in wine. Might be making it better. Might have tasted awful before he added that concoction.
I feel we should go and take out these other druids. Make our way round.
Yeah.
As you stand examining this staff, you hear the door downstairs to the room you came into the building get kicked through.
The one we boarded up.
Yep. You hear it smash and barrels crash everywhere.
That could be.
I think they're the barrels that I put near the door.
Well, maybe we continue around. I mean, I haven't taken any damage, and it's definitely within an hour since I cast the spell, so we should be still covered by Pass Without Trace.
Yep.
How long would you say, since we approached the place, how long would you say it's been? Just sort of like an idea. Like,
10 minutes.
Yeah. So we've
I
been
mean, we
pretty
spent a
rapid.
good 8 of those planning outside.
That was mainly planning, yeah.
Can I hear anything on the other side of this door?
The door you're stood next to? No.
Nothing.
What's that noise, mate?
Can I open
Come
the
on.
door?
Yeah, it's just the door into the corridor.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Just checking.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, my bad. Can I do a perception check on this door?
Yeah, go ahead.
That is a door over there,
Yeah, it's a door.
What's that noise?
Well, that was shit.
Nope. Hear nothing.
Sounds fine. You can open the door.
Okay. Vanessa, what are you doing with this staff? Are you storing it? Are you breaking it? Are
I'm
you
it.
attuning to it?
Can we take a short rest to attune to
10 minutes. No, a minute, sorry. A minute, sorry. I changed the rules. A minute,
Yeah.
10 to unattune, 1 minute to attune.
When did the rules change for attuning?
When I heard someone's homebrew and I went, that sounds way more sensible than sitting around waiting for an hour for someone to look at a stick.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I totally agree.
yeah.
Okay, well, if they're broken through, I don't know if we have a minute, but then if I can take the time to attune to this, maybe we could do something about the stick people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, guys, you want to take a minute?
Stand guard for a minute.
Okay,
For
cool.
a minute or two.
We'll put that in your journal. I'm not showing everyone that, but it's in Vanessa's journal if you want to look at it. Don't know if it's on D&D Beyond. I assume it might not be.
Somebody might have made it though. Like
That's
it's on the booster.
true.
Is everyone else just reading Amelia's expressions, trying to see how bad it is?
Hey!
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I was
well,
trying to
we're right
explain
in
to
camera.
it because I'm on the tablet, I literally have to go like this. So I was like, kind of like discreetly like.
Can I take a closer look at one of these things that we killed?
Sure.
I just want to kind of see if I can tell whether it's kind of normal wood or whether it's...
Sure. You can make a nature check. Or
Can I sort of investigate the room while he's doing that? Like sort of wander around.
yeah, you can do that. Yeah, Kaster's not a nature boy. Looks to be made out of plant material though.
Can I hear anything on the other side of this door?
You can make a perception check if you like.
I heard nothing, I think it's totally fine.
I just feel like with this charge in the room, we haven't actually checked the room. We just immediately we're like, well, we don't need to kill the druid.
Oh, that's true. That's very true.
Moth, you hear a caw of a raven, but other than that, it's hard to hear anything in the other room through the door.
Is this a corridor that goes down there?
Yes, it ends in what looks to be a spiral staircase that heads downward. Actually, it's more of a ramp than a staircase. Do you know?
Do I know all that stuff that was on that staff handout then?
Yes.
Okay, I say it to the others. I think if we destroy the staff, then I think that will destroy all the store people.
Can you control them with that stuff?
Don't think I can. I think they would let me go among them. Like, I don't think they'd attack me, but I don't think I could control them.
Okay. Well, can anyone set things on fire?
I think I have something that can start a fire.
I mean,
Flint
I
and
could
steel.
steal a box and
You didn't
stake.
So I don't know if it sounds like maybe it'd be best if we could get some gathered up.
Some.
yeah.
It's all within like a 300-foot area that can hear it. So it makes a noise and you can hear it.
Oh, right. Okay.
I think it's really loud. I wasn't going to tell people it made a really loud noise, so I thought there is.
Would you like me to like fly out and just hover and be like?
Well, 300 feet's pretty huge. Like this room is. Yeah, the longest dimension of this room is 25 feet. So that's like 12 of those.
That must be a loud sound.
So I think anything. Probably
Might be the only
within.
sound they can hear, so we might be lucky.
Yeah.
We might not
Anything like surrounding the building. Maybe not anything further away in the vineyard. But I think that could work.
I'm thinking maybe destroy it in the vineyard then. Clear out the house and then destroy it in the vineyard.
Kaster,
That's
If
my
to
thing.
get close enough to them, she can potentially.
So if we get swapped.
They're not going to attack me. Yeah, I could wander around and gather them all up.
Just like tap on the shoulder, like, come on, mate. This way.
What I really
Can I ever so quietly open this door?
sure, yeah.
Come on, what are you doing?
Oh, it's already open.
What are you doing? You back again, mate.
And
Why can't you? That's weird.
assuming I can see ravens.
You blocking the
Yeah, they're perched on the rafters above this open space down to the vats down below.
And that's all I can see.
Yeah, that's where the sound's coming from.
Yeah, you can see actually from there. In the room below, there is another one of these druids. She seems to be fighting off one of these vine creatures.
Oh,
They're kind of tussling
Is it?
down on the floor below.
they're not familiar
So I've
anymore.
just got to show you this. I'm really sorry. Hang on.
I thought they were your legs then.
You need to shave them legs, boy.
What's that cat called?
Two tiny
It's
little.
called Tiny.
Aww.
No, your cat, not your cock.
Roasted.
You just keep seeing this little furry.
Yeah, what? So he keeps lifting up. That's what he's doing.
Come on. Keep up the belly rub, man. Come on. That's what I'm here for.
There, look.
Mark's excited now.
My goodness.
Am I perceived by the ravens? If I
You.
look at the ravens, are they looking at me?
No, they seem to be paying attention to this creature that's fighting the druid. They seem to be hopping around from rafter to rafter, just kind of looking down at the fight that's going on down.
I'll poke my head back in and I say, the druid's fighting a viney. Should we jump him?
Yeah, we draw pile on the druid.
Yeah.
See what happens with the vines.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. I guess we just go in and.
Just going to turn Marc's camera off.
Looks like he keeps waving at you.
How far away is the stinky druid?
He's on the floor below you, so you'd have to go.
Is it the woman one that was poisoning the vats?
Yeah, you'd have to go along the balcony and then down the stairs to get down to the room below.
Oh, if you guys run down there, I can jump over the balcony.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm going to try and sneak down while it's
If you
occupied.
guys sneak down, she might not think of you guys coming after me.
Do you want me to sneak with you? Or do
Well-
you want me to wait here while you sneak down?
Sure. That one sounds good.
I'll wait here.
Okay, cool. Who's going with you?
Well, I'm going to stay on the balcony for the potential jump factor, jumping on top of it.
Okay,
With my spear draw.
I'll put you there. I'll move those birds out of the way because they're down there. Which I could actually put her on that level. That makes sense, doesn't it? So you can see what's going on. Right, they're down on the bottom level fighting. You guys are both on the balcony.
Okay.
Well, stand kind of where Moth is once, and him and that is moved.
Okay, cool. As you walk around the balcony above, you hear an enormous crack of thunder emanate from the druid, and the vine creature in front of her explodes into a shower of wooden shards and thorns, and explodes across the room, and she runs under the walkway that you guys are walking across and disappears into a room to the south of the building.
I look at her and I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay.
So she ran under here, was it? Sorry.
Yes.
Right, I see. Into this kind of.
Yeah, this wave of thunder emanates out from her, and this thing just explodes.
What do you mean by she'd run under us? Like,
Because we're on like a balcony,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's down.
and she's in the floor below. She's shot under the balcony. To the
right,
south.
okay. And if that thing's blown up on the floor then, and we're on a balcony, that potentially means that we haven't been hit or anything by it.
No, it kind of
Steve.
it kind of went out from her and just hit the things in front of her. This thing just kind of
Right.
blew back and just shattered into loads of twigs.
In that case, I think I'd like to go along and take Vert with me and see what's happened to the other one that I knew was also with some twig creatures.
Okay, cool. So move her there. You guys. Yes.
While we're in this room, are there other twig things in here?
You can't see any. No. This. Let me read. Where's the number
I'll go
9?
along behind Moth and Burton.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'll bring up the rear.
Okay. Bring up your rear. The rich smell of fermenting wine fills this large 2-story chamber, which is dominated by 4 enormous wooden casks, each one 8 feet wide and 12 feet tall. A wooden staircase in the centre of the room climbs to a 10-foot high wooden balcony that clings to the south wall, which has 4 windows set into it at balcony level. Stacked against the wall underneath the balcony are old empty barrels with the Wizard of Wines burned into the sides. The balcony climbs another 5 feet as it continues along the west and east walls, ending at doors leading to the winery's upper level. Underneath these side balconies are several doors, some of which hang open. Beneath the sloping roof stretch thick rafters, upon which scores of ravens are quietly gathered. They watch you with great interest. You guys all head down to the floor below, which is here. God, Godfrey's coming along.
When it says you can walk amongst them, do they notice you're amongst them? Is it like the ring from Lord of the Rings, or is it just that they don't attack you? They know you're there and they interact with you.
I'm gonna find out.
There's only one way to find out.
Do some experiments.
I think
So
they've
she
been
went through
poisoning
that
this
door to
wine.
the south.
She headed to like where Ulthmar is, that way towards that door. Yeah.
I suggest we give chase.
Yeah, you notice that 3 of these barrels have still got wine in them.
3 of them have got wine in.
Yeah.
One's empty.
Yeah.
And I think it's been a while, so she's probably had time to put her special whatever in all of them.
Special salt.
Special sauce. So I think it might be a case of those might be tainted for now. I'm not sure. Is this a door outside at the back, or does it look like a door to
No,
a room?
there's below here. There is. When I was upstairs, you could see there was like a small roof below.
Yeah.
Okay. Could be a veranda though, or what's it, a porch even.
You veranda.
Do you want me to just open the door and we'll go through?
On your way, meet shield.
Yeah. You see a dirty window in the south wall that allows dim light to enter this room. Wine bottles are manufactured here, as evidenced by tools laying about, the wooden rack full of freshly blown glass bottles along the south wall, the hearth built into the southwest corner, and the barrel of sand standing next to it. The staircase descends underground, and between it and the racks of bottles stands a barred door.
So does that barn door look like it leads outside?
Yeah, it appears to be.
Didn't go that way then.
I believe she went down. Should we continue?
Yeah, I mean, I explained that to the rest of the group. She's gone into a cellar.
Yeah, Kaster, you can hear a door open at the bottom of the stairs. And footsteps kind of run through it.
Then, as you said before, I think we should get to Korea.
Yeah, start making my way down the stairs.
Okay.
So go on first.
Of course.
I'll follow in step.
Oops. Godfrey would definitely follow you. Vert and Vanessa, are you heading downstairs?
I'll just be following all the time. That's
Okay.
I think the best option for now.
I'm heading somewhere. Yeah, good to go. I don't know how to get. Is it out there?
Yeah, that's the back room, the glass blowers room, and the stairs descend downward.
Yeah.
So did I hear this door close?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I hear like a latch or a lock or anything?
No, it just appears to kind of just gently slam closed. Yeah.
Right.
Is it fairly dark where we are?
Yeah, it's getting dark down here now. Yeah, the room you just left was quite dim, but now you've descended these stairs, it's pitch black down here.
Then as I'm with Vanessa and we're heading that way, can I like sort of cautiously look around, make sure there's nothing else sort of hiding in the places where we're going?
Sure, yeah.
Does my sunblade give off light then?
I believe so.
Oh,
Said
yeah,
it was
15 foot
15.
light.
Cool.
Yeah, so 15 foot dim light and additional. So yeah, bright light for 15 and then it's 30 foot.
Change that then.
How did I get a 0?
Because you rolled an F.
Ah. Roll that dice. Roll that dice.
Fender dice, that's what it is.
F a Fendor.
Yeah, dice.
Yeah, I will open this door
Okay.
and walk in, I guess.
Okay, so you see wooden pillars and beams support a 10-foot high ceiling of this ice-cold cellar, which is split in two by a 5-foot thick brick wall. A thin mist covers the floor. Each half of the cellar features an 8-foot tall wooden partition that doubles as a wine rack. The western rack stands empty, but the eastern one is half filled with wine bottles. Something moves behind the eastern wine rack. Through the holes you glimpse a half-dozen humanoid figures, one with a full rack of antlers. You hear a gravelly voice mutter the words of a spell. And you hear the deafening crack of thunder explode in the room and blast shards of glass towards you, Kaster.
Can I raise my shield?
You can, but I don't think it's going to help you.
Not a good time to be Kaster's face these days.
It's already burned. Next week my token will change. Eventually, you know what, I'm going to look like Sloth from the Goonies.
Oh no.
I need you to make a Constitution save, please.
Saving throw. Oh, it was nearly an 18.
Just one off.
Take 7 points of thunder damage, and you are pushed back into the corridor from whence you came.
Seems pretty safe in there.
But are we going back in? That was bad, wasn't
Didn't
it?
even roll.
Okay, I need everyone to roll for initiative, please.
I'm writing antlered. Say like antlered humanoid, and I'm never going to read that, going back to it and not think, how did I fuck up altered so bad?
Just draw some antlers next to it.
They're different. I need to roll them for something else.
I got 14 by the way.
Thank you, my good man.
Oh.
Typical cat. He's had some attention, he's off now.
He's sated.
Who else is there?
It's his head.
Yep, no worries.
How do you shape your beard? Mine goes all like funky here. I don't understand how yours just stays like a perfect like.
All about it. Got to trim in, mate. Got to trim in. Keep it trimmed. It's hard.
I trim mine constantly and it goes like this.
Oh, I'll tell you what it is. Get yourself a thin, round brush, and once you've washed it, hairdryer, do this.
Ah, that's what I'm going wrong.
Every
Right,
morning.
Cool.
Pulls it into place. Yeah, it's spot on.
Back to duty.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Did you ever get anything from the beard struggle?
No, I was going to, but you had to place quite a. You had to spend like 150 quid for an order, and I was like,
No, that's not right. Bullshit.
so that's a lot.
Dude, I've never spent. No way. That's no way. No, that's not right.
It looks quite expensive when I was looking at it.
I have never spent, like, my beard oil is 15 quid. Like, I don't understand how
Yeah.
that's...
That's cool. I'll have a look.
Even the brushette, though, like, the full-on expensive brushette, 78 quid, so I don't know how you have to place an order, like, over 100 and something quid.
I don't know, I can't remember. I looked that time you gave me the thing and I was just like, that was quite expensive. I got some freebies off a friend, so I was shooting them for now.
Yeah, you might as well.
Okay. Godfrey to act first. What's Godfrey going to do?
I guess he just had that big noise.
Yeah, he heard a huge bang, all these glass bottles smashing, and then Kaster just kind of flies back and poof, hits the wall. His ears ringing.
I think he's going to go running in. This is the sort of stuff he's unliving for.
Loves a good fight. Yeah, so he sees through the darkness.
But I can't see anything.
Oh, yeah, you probably won't have vision.
Pop Vanessa like that.
Yeah, just pop her through. Just, yeah, for now.
You have to tell me where I am, so I should know. So.
Yeah, I will, yeah. So yeah, standing in this dark room, he sees through the racks the cowering druid on the other side of it, and then these two hulking creatures made out of vines. These are much bigger than the ones that were upstairs.
Okay, but I can only do that.
Sure, yeah.
So
The shadows of the pillars and stuff will probably hide most of them.
One leg out.
One day.
One there.
That should allow. Yeah, that worked. Nice. Awesome. Let's see what they're.
15 and a 20.
They both hit. These creatures are not fast moving out of the way of his blows. He chops off chunks of their viney flesh. That, how much damage is that? 29? Wow. Yeah, 2 heavy swings of his sword, and that just chops that one down.
Shall I just do the one attack with him?
No, he gets 2 attacks. He does fine. He doesn't get to do anything else though. Okay, Vert, you are at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
It's 15 feet to the bottom. You've just seen Kaster kind of get blasted back in from the room that he went into, with this deafening thunder crack inside and this glass smashing.
So I'm on the top of that man stairs. So.
You're at the top of the stairs in the cellar. Goes down 15 feet, and then there's the room is kind of
Right,
You-
so I'll go down the stairs.
Yeah, okay.
So as far as I can see, and then what can I see from there? At 15 feet down near the door.
So when you're in the doorway, you can see into this cellar room. It's a 30-foot by 20-foot room. Running along the middle of it is a large wooden racking that's filled with wine bottles. A large amount of them smashed now. There are 6 pillars holding the roof up. Behind the racking, there's one of these large hulking vine creatures, and then cowering in the corner of the room is the druid from upstairs.
So it seems like she's scared.
Yeah, it looks like these 2 creatures are kind of were heading towards her. She was kind of cowering from them, but now you guys have come down here. They've turned their attentions to you.
I might as well head for the giant hulking trash guy.
Okay, so you've moved 15. You've got.
I've got 20 left.
Okay, you can just get around these pillars and this racking to get to the one vine blight that's left.
20. I've got 20 left. 15. 35. No, I haven't. I've got 25 left.
Okay, yeah, you've got more.
30 left.
You've got more than enough room then. Yeah,
Yeah, I've got 30 left.
yeah, he's 20 feet away, so that's fine.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm going to attack him, or attempt to.
Okay.
So, action, attack, actions 2, so let's go for the hit. Which is spear plus 6. Oh, 14 to hit.
That hits.
D6. 8 damage. Nice.
Yes.
It says. Oh, where is it? Strike. When you use an attack action on a weapon, you can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action. So I will not do that yet. I don't know why I said that. So I'm going to spend a key point and do flurry of blows.
Okay, cool.
After attack action, you can spend a key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. So that is 20 plus 6 to hit.
Nice.
14. And it's another d6. How's that right? My unarmed strike does the same damage as my spear.
Monks, man.
6.
6 mod.
Yeah. That's damage. But I get 2 of those, so let me do another one.
Sure, yeah.
15 to hit.
Yep, that is as well.
And that's another 6 damage.
Nice.
And then I get another spear attack, so I will do that, which is 20 plus 6, 14 to hit.
Nice.
1d6 plus 3.
Oof.
That's a 4. If you make an unarmed strike as part of your attack, which I have, I get plus 2 to my AC at the start of your next turn.
Okay, cool. So Vert's just gone in and ripped chunks and smashed pieces off this thing. Okay, yeah. It doesn't really respond too much. He's just smashing away. But you ripped chunks off it.
Question. Obviously, I've done that. I've already had my go now, but for next time.
Yeah.
When I do like 2 separate attacks, can I still use obviously I know I've used my bonus action, but other key abilities can I use if I have key points? Or is it 1 key point per action, a go?
I believe
Does
you.
the ability give itself does it say it's an action or
No,
a
it just says use a key point.
I think
Some
using
do.
your class.
Some say as an action you can use this, but others just say you can use your key point.
Yeah, if it doesn't specify, I think class abilities are just kind of as and when.
Yeah, key points you can just spend as long as you've got them.
Alright, cool. So I was going to use that Step of the Wind for the last attack, which was to use Disengage with Dash action as a bonus action, but I can't because I've always used bonus action.
Yeah, you
That's
got it.
Cool. Awesome.
Cool. What is the druid doing? I do not know. She's kind of stuck. Godfrey's coming that way and you're going that way. That's not a good place to be. She will hold her hands out towards Godfrey and cast another thunder wave.
Whoa.
She's panicking.
That sucks.
Godfrey needs to make a Constitution save.
Okay. I'm going to have it.
This is what I was supposed to use and forgot it's on your ability.
Right, yeah.
That's what I meant by using another key point. Because I'd already used one for my arm strike, I didn't know if I was allowed to use another one.
Yeah, you spend it as often as you want, as long as you've got them to spend. Constitution save of 10.
I do. And I got impatient and I typed it out.
DC is 12, so he fails and takes 8 thunder damage. He's also technically pushed back 10 feet.
Typical Marc.
Typical.
Let's see what other one I've got that I didn't use.
Stunning strike is dangerous business.
Yeah, that's crazy juju. Cool.
Got that when I leveled up, I forgot.
Vanessa, it's your turn. You are stood atop the stairs.
Gonna go down.
Mm-hmm.
Is that partition? Is that see-through?
Yeah, it's like a wine rack, so where all the bottles have been smashed and knocked out of it, there are gaps you can see through it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Can I see the druid?
Through that, yeah.
I'm holding the staff.
Okay.
I want to go looking for this bitch.
She's kind of like cowering on the ground, and she's kind of blasting things that are coming near, and she sees you with the staff. No.
And I don't think it'll actually do anything, but I want to try and boss that blight monster about. I don't know if it works like that, but I think I'd have to try.
Yeah. I mean, you can have a go, but the staff tells you what it can do.
I figured if I have a go and nothing happens, is that still an action?
I guess not. It's kind of, well, yeah, because it would just be you talking. Because it's not actually doing anything.
So I think I'm going to brand this staff at the blight monster and go, stop attacking my friend. And then when it doesn't do anything, I throw a canvas at it.
Sure, it cocks its head at you and then just goes back to looking at Vert, who's just ripping chunks out of it.
While doing that, I'm like, thank you, Vanessa.
What are you cantripping it with?
I'm going to do an Eldritch Blast when I realise it's not listening to me.
Sure. Yeah, it's definitely not listening to you. Nice. Cool. That had done a pretty significant amount of damage to it, so that one last blast through the...
That should be the second one through.
Yep.
That's only a 9.
Well, it missed because it's dead. Yeah, you blast a few more bottles off the shelf towards it, and it sprays it in shattered glass, and it tears through the last of it. Uth and Kaster, you hear another door being smashed open in the floor above you.
Based on your it's not like it, is it?
What?
Officer Lask, how close am I to the cowering druid?
You are 15 feet away from her.
Right, okay.
However,
That's going to potentially help her up now, that thing.
What are these things?
you see more of these small needle creatures start to march through this small passageway into the room you are in. Vert, there is one behind you, and it will claw you.
Excellent.
With a 16.
You got plus
no,
2 AC,
that's
remember?
your extra AC.
Nice, okay.
Oh, that's not till my next go, isn't it? That's not till my next go. I don't get my AC till my next go, so that's between goes, so that would hit me.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
That's weird.
You've got plus 2 AC until the end of your next turn.
Yeah, isn't it?
I thought it was from the start of your next turn, I thought it said.
That seems weird.
Yeah, you'll be right. You know you I was just saying.
mean,
Well, you'd be right.
I don't know monks, that just sounds strange.
What's the feature called?
Agile parry. If you make an unarmed strike, it's AC until the start of your next turn. Yeah, you're right. See,
Cool.
So yeah, it doesn't hit me.
The other one will shoot some needles from its hand towards you as well, though, as it ignores Vanessa stood in front of it. That's only a 14.
So she said, "Oh, you."
Yeah, even after she got Larry with them. What's the range on that? It's 30 feet. try and hit Godfrey since he can. Nice, that hits Godfrey. 5 piercing damage.
Oh, do you not try and hit me again?
2 of them did go for you, but one of them that was still in the passageway shot a few towards Godfrey, past Vanessa. Other than that, though, it's Ulthmar's turn.
Okay. I'll. Pardon me. And I seal these little twiglets. And I can see the druid through the wine rack. Like, there's perfect passage, say, to cast a spell, maybe.
Yeah, there's enough space in this. Most of the bottles in this rack have been smashed now.
Okay.
He's carrying behind this post, but it's not really giving her any cover.
And they look mad as hell, right?
She looks desperate and crazy, yeah. She's kind of staring at Vanessa. Yeah, angrily.
Okay. I think I'm going to pop over here. I don't have a better plan at the moment. And I'm going to have a stab at this one with my sword.
Sword. Curved sword.
It's silvered.
Yep, that
Just
hits.
a bit of a poke, really.
Why are these things not immune to stuff?
And then I will, this time, summon Spirit Weapon.
Okay, you kill the one that stood behind Moth.
Oh, that's dead?
Yeah. They're
I'm
only small
not
little
gonna
creatures.
summon the spiritual weapon. That's the same
One
as
behind
the
Moth. Alright.
You just thrust your short sword through its head, and it just disintegrates into a pile of twigs.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and then I'll I'll just look at my sword and I'll be like, oh, cool. Oh, look at that dumb asshole. I killed him in one go. Like gormless fool.
Cool, okay.
Turns out it's made of.
That's loading.
Turns out it's made of dry leaves.
I mean,
How was it? Well,
Like-
surprise.
the load speed on that is proper, like, sort of one line.
Oh my
Right.
god. Vanessa
We've
with a
just
dine
hit
up
its
its head.
shoulders.
You get to its wooden penis.
Kaster, you pick yourself off the floor. What are you doing? You can hear something braying on the door into the glass blower's workshop above you.
Did you hear that, Kaster, yeah?
My mic was turned off the whole time. Yeah, I heard all that. Yeah, I said I'd step through this door and close it behind me.
Okay.
Okay. I was just ignoring you, mate.
And has that druid taken any damage yet?
No. Although it's quite hard to tell because she's covered in mud and blood.
Well, let's make sure it's hers.
She doesn't look like she's got any obvious wounds though.
Now that's a Kaster catchphrase right there. Covered in blood, let's make sure it's yours.
Okay, I will attack her. No.
Ooh.
Too much blood. Can't see where to hit.
Yes, indeed.
Or it's
She
because you were trying out catchphrases that didn't quite hit the mark.
she scrambles out of the way of your attack.
Zing a bit of a clanger.
Anything else, Kaster?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack her.
Fair enough.
So I've just seen what bonus actions are. 17.
That just hits.
Smite.
Okay, cool.
I'll just do it at first level.
Okay.
11.
So that's a total of 23.
Yes.
Why are they giving that the old green?
Actually, rolled an 8.
Because one of them was max.
Max damage.
Oh.
She's definitely wounded now.
I thought she was cowering like in fear. I didn't think
Yeah.
she was attacking.
She was. But then you killed it.
She blasted Sir Gigi into the wall.
Yeah, she was kind of carried.
Ow, I'm Kaster.
Yeah, she blasted me back through that
She
door.
was trying to keep you guys away from her.
Didn't work.
Due to the fear.
Due to the fear.
Yeah. So she's like just really scared.
Now Cass has just come and smashed her in the face with a sword.
Exactly, yeah.
What's she scared of?
Broken a little.
I'm half mutilated.
No, you just like stabbed her.
Just broken a little antler hat that she had on.
In my face.
Oh, that sounds really bad. That sounds like she's made it herself at a pie. Cass just went on.
Fuck your antler hat.
She just sat there looking at it like.
Godfrey. Godfrey can see coming down the narrow corridor from the other cellar room a group of these creatures. Because Godfrey's got dark vision. Yeah.
So what?
Godfrey can see the coming from the west in the cellar room itself.
These ones, like down
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Seems to be at least half a dozen coming from that room.
Okay. Same kind of guy. I think he's just gonna go and start checking at these.
Okay.
Looks like Kaster's got the druid.
Cool.
What I'll do next time is I'll just come on like 20 minutes before and I'll click that long sword button loads of times and like screenshot them. Sorry, I think I clicked it 4 times.
Just to clarify, are you getting the screenshots now, or are they for later?
I just sort of tapped the mouse pad the first time and I didn't know if it had actually clicked.
Looking at the wrong frickin' creature.
We'll do that on the first one and the one behind it. If it's still up.
The first one does not hit, but the second one does. And easily kills it. That's better. Okay, cool. Vert, you are stood in the dark cellar called Dark Cellar. You can see Kaster is assaulting this druid that is cowering on the ground. There seems to be several of these smaller twig-like creatures coming from a room to the west.
Is that one still behind me that was behind me before?
No, Ulthmar has decapitated that one.
Right, okay, so from the west, so I can't believe Kaster's decided to attack. That's what I was going to do was go and try and help the druid up while she was cowering, thinking that she was scared of that giant one that I killed. But now I fear that Kaster's taking that into his own hands.
As he does.
She attacked me.
She did.
Talking is a free action. Always ask a question.
Ask her why she attacked me.
Yeah, because Kaster's not gonna.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
We're here to help. 6 words. That's what you're allowed to do, right? 6 words, is that right?
Yeah, 1 for every second.
Yeah, you've got 6
Ignore
seconds.
him. We're here to help.
So, ignore the guy that's about to stab her in the face again.
Yes.
Ignore him. Hope he's not there.
Pretend he's not there, it'll go quicker.
I'm going to use my action to sort of stand in front of him so he can't attack her anymore. Chuck my spear. Is there a room for that? I can't see, so I'm just guessing. Or at least stand near him so that he won't do it.
You want to stand near Kaster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you just said he's right next to her, right? Attacking
He's right next to her, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're about 20.
I want to tell her that we're here to help ignore him, stop him from attacking with one arm, and then...
Aren't these druids evil?
We don't know they're evil, we've never been told. We were told that the druids
They've
were here.
attacked this vineyard.
No, we were told that the druids were here and they created vine people. We didn't know why, just they were kicked out their home. But it doesn't mean all of them were bad, they just said they came from the west. We killed one, which looked like he was doing something. She was poisoning potentially, so we stopped her, but now she's scared, so she's obviously there just poisoning. That's my theory.
Evil is evil.
You can do that. You can't really throw your spear at anyone because you can't really see anyone from where you are. There's like
That's okay.
there's some shelving in the way.
You
Right,
can't.
okay,
There's
that's
someone in front of me you can attack.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to ready my spear though, in case one of the weird, creepy wooden people like attack.
Heads your way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my action.
Okay. She screams at you.
Excellent.
Give me the seed! And she casts Thunderwave at you both.
Perfect. Perfect. Kaster had to be sure. I mean, Bert had to be sure, not Kaster.
Kaster was sure.
Kaster was sure.
Now I know for definite that it's like, okay, you don't need help.
I
That's cool.
need you
It's
to.
my spear.
I need you both to make a Constitution save, please.
Thanks. Right.
Ooh.
I don't like that sound. Don't make that sound.
Sorry, it was a good damage roll.
And so,
I think Kaster's getting real sick of this one.
She's just throwing me all over the place.
I got 15.
Nice. Okay, Kaster flies back and hits the cellar wall, taking another 14 points of thunder damage. Vert, you take 7.
Right.
However,
Christmas.
you are not moved back, though your ears are left ringing. I'm going to get to the end of this round.
Completely not meaning in any term at all. I just look back and go, okay, Kaster?
Kaster just
And his
balls
balls
it.
are like just falling on his head. He's just like, whatever you got is.
Could have attacked her before.
Bonus action.
Stop trying to protect the person that's trying to hurt us.
I wasn't sure she was at first.
She threw me through a door, and now she's throwing me against the wall.
Balls. Okay, cool. Vanessa, You also hear some commotion from the room upstairs.
I don't even know where she is, but you're just going to hear Bert go, "She bad!"
She bad.
She bad. Is that here? Is that one back up there?
Yeah, back in the room you came down from.
Could I go and have like a peek? Like, does it look like the door's holding or?
Yeah, you stand and look for a second too. You can see it. Something's definitely trying to get through it, but they aren't through it yet. You can hear douche, douche, douche.
Could I? Does it sound like something big?
Not necessarily big, but something hard.
Could I cast? Could I cast Hunger of Hadar onto the stairs?
Yes. I don't know
Might
what
be
it
a waste of spell slots for anyone to cast that.
Okay. I don't know what it does, but yeah, you can.
I'll do it on the moment now. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's it. It doesn't have the action.
Cool. Call an acid damage for some form of dexterity save. I'm guessing it coats the stairs in some way.
Yeah.
Milky tentacles or something.
It opens up a portal and there's like bloody tentacles.
Lovely.
Should be coming through. And oh, it doesn't.
That's I'll have a look.
Yeah, so 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears, centres on a point within range and lasting for the duration.
Cool.
I might just do that.
Okay, you
So
cast
halfway down the stairs before the door.
gross, tentacle-y black things start emerging from the stairs.
Yeah. It's filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises that can be heard up to 30 feet away. No light, magical or otherwise, can illuminate the area, and creatures living within it are blinded.
Really?
Gross. So I'm going to step out of there.
That is unfortunate. Yeah.
I like the face too, that was genius.
As you step back into the cellar room, you hear the door upstairs give way and smash open. And the creatures in this room will start to get out of the way. I'm going to move these dead ones out of the way. Start to filter in from the western room. We'll go to the end of the round and then we'll finish. So we will have the one in front of Ulthmar will attack you with its claws. That's only a 9. One in front of Godfrey. It's only a 13. And then they're kind of bottlenecked, so they can't really do anything else. So Ulthmar, it's your turn.
Look at all them spaghettis.
Spaghetti. Not spaghetti.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Hmm. Another headshot. Headshot.
I feel like a fool for being afraid of these things.
Right now you feel like Superman. If there was such a thing as a Superman in this world.
Moth's becoming quite proficient with his sword.
Or at least he thinks he is. Wait till the bigger monster.
Why did you say that? Why did you say that? I was enjoying landing hits.
Do you want to do anything else in your turn?
Sorry, go on.
Sweet. Anything else, Moth?
No, that's it.
Cool. Kaster. You pick yourself up once more. Your ears are ringing and bleeding.
He'd be angry.
He's not happy.
I also used smite.
You don't need to.
Oh, okay.
That's enough sword damage. Okay.
And then give a look.
And I do understand the looks and just like,
And then I'll. If that was I prone?
No, you just got smashed against the wall. Yeah, yeah.
Then I'll use the rest of my movement to go over here to where the rest of the fighting is ready for next time.
Okay, nice. That's where we shall end.
We have a second attack, don't you?
I do, yes. In that case, I'll stand on this one and attack this one.
Yeah, twigs break under your foot. Boom. Your sword sears through their wooden body.
you didn't smite the one, you smited this one.
I'm dead as well.
It's dead. It's very dead.
I can't see members, I don't know.
Nice. Okay, so we will start next week with the rest of these creatures in here and the ones that are now heading down the cellar stairs towards you.